Hi, welcome to Something to Talk About. My name is Taco, and I got a live stream for you. We are going to talk about one of my favorite Targaryens, Rhaena Targaryen, also known as Dreamfyre Rhaena. I'm already stuttering. Dreamfyre Rhaena Targaryen. I would say in my top 3, and she's definitely not number 3. Probably my number 1 or my number 2 Targaryens, honestly. Let me know. Let me send you guys comments in. I got some people here, and I'm going to start bringing them on. I think I'm going to have more people show up, but right now I just got two guys with me. So, yeah, we got a lot of Rhaena to get through. So let me introduce them. And, yeah, so starting off with just some random guy who has a bunch of cats from the internet. We got random internet guy.
Hey, how's it going? I got a cat crying at me right now, and I'm also like full of burger. We were talking about In-N-Out Burger earlier.
Oh, my other guy just jumped into the live stream. Yeah, we were talking about In-N-Out Burger. I've been just smashing my own burgers.
That's good. Yeah,
I'm gonna make. I have an issue. I have a problem. I like on days off. I'll just roll up like 2 pounds of burger and just have them in balls. Yeah. And then all I have to do is just heat up a frying pan and just and I'm like 5 minutes away from a burger. And it's
what do you do on your burger?
Just basic. Depends. I've been doing my wife's been wanting to do a lot of California burgers, so we don't put any cheese on them. We just got the lettuce, tomatoes. She doesn't do onions, and pickles, and then mayo, ketchup. But I normally mix up a goop sauce really quick. So sour cream, mayo, a dash of mustard, and a little bit of pickles or a little bit of relish. I'll mix that up for my burger more often than not. And then just cheddar cheese and just pickles on top of that.
I always love bacon. Bacon on a burger.
Bacon's good. I don't do too much at home, but this is great. This is the best opening tangent ever. I had some onions left over from doing marinara because my wife doesn't let me use a full onion. So I chopped up a little bit of it and did a steakhouse burger for lunch yesterday. Nice. So good. Just onions, cheddar, pickles, and steak sauce. It was so good. All right. Bring on one more guy. Well, we got 2 more actually, but we got good old Rust. How you doing, Rust?
What's up, everybody?
How you doing pretty good?
I'm doing well, Taco. How are you?
Good. I kind of missed you. I haven't talked to you for a little bit.
Yeah, my anxiety's been kicking my ass lately.
Well, there you go. We were just talking about that in the green room.
But I'm good tonight.
Does it make it worse or better if I tell you that you are a handsome man, and I'm really excited to have you to look at today?
I already knew that, so.
All right. I'll see myself up.
Then I don't know.
Does it make you feel better that I find you attractive? I know you find me
looking nice, though. You got that good beard look going on.
Pull the Harrison Ford. I know.
With a beard, so I'm like, I'm always just rocking the goat, like the goatee. It's just, I can't grow a good beard, so.
I
have beard envy.
Thank you for doing that, by the way. I don't like to judge or body shame people, but a patchy beard is a sin.
How's mine?
Yeah. No, I just do the goatee because
no, yours isn't patchy. No, not by a long shot.
Once I could grow a full beard, I never went back. I think of beard as male makeup, just cover up our ugly faces.
Yep. Exactly.
But all right. Speaking of ugly faces, that's the worst segue ever.
It's like reversible. It's kind of like reversible cosmetic surgery with the amount it changes our faces. Honestly,
let's bring in our last guest. He is not ugly. He doesn't have a beard, and he's actually a really good-looking chap as well. We got Michael talks about stuff.
Hey,
Michael has the fiercest stash in the whole A Song of Ice and Fire.
He definitely has the best A Song of Ice and Fire fandom stash.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Does that thing fit under a gas mask?
Not entirely. Sometimes. Okay. I haven't tried a gas mask
with that.
Yeah.
I do fit testing once a year, and I always got to shave. And I usually just do the mustache for it, just as a goof. But I could not do that. You couldn't.
I posted some photo of myself wearing a gas mask with my beard, and of course, military personnel were like, and I listed. I was like, here are all the chemicals that I've used while having a beard and a gas mask. Please tell me about that time that you drank friggin' tear gas for less than minimum wage.
Is this accurate for prices, Michael? You're the only one.
There's a tiered system. It really depends on who's buying.
All right, I have a punch card. Yeah,
you'll cry for me.
Yeah, if you want tears, that's extra.
Yeah, that's the tears. That's messed up, guys. All right. Let's do one last thing I gotta say before we move on. We have 19 slides for Rhaena Targaryen. I'm sure I'm going to lose at least a couple of the people with me because it's gonna take a while. That being said, we're gonna spend a lot of this time with me reading and then us discussing. So if you want to comment, please comment. We will try to look. I won't be able to look, but other people can and tell me if there's any good comments. But if you absolutely for sure want us to see it, send a super chat. And if you don't want to give your money to Big Daddy YouTube, send me a PayPal. Link is in the description. And if you need a really good reason to give me $1, here's one.
I'll pay you $1 to shut up.
No. I know what you guys have been thinking about my clips. I know what you've been saying. You've been saying not enough cool runnings. And I'll tell you right now, I got a bunch of cool runnings this time.
Whatever's wrong with you is no little thing.
Yeah. So if you wanted your cool runnings clips, and also we're talking about a Targaryen, so I have some clips for this.
Incest.
All right. You guys got anything to say before we crack open this really, really big topic?
I think my vape is broken.
Say, thanks to Carl Carson for posting you to the Indie Geek channel. That's a pretty cool shout out.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Thank you. I didn't know that. I did know that. Kirsty told me. So no, I just didn't know what IDG meant, but it's Indie Geek. He's like, yeah, I posted it in the IDG channel. I'm like, cool. I'm sure that was important. No, cool. The Indie Geek one. That's awesome. Do I need to do my Robert impression? Maybe later. Do a pretty good Indie Geek Robert impression.
Didn't you say people got mad at you when you opened your video with that?
Yeah, one guy it was like a long time ago, and I started it because I just had my logo in front, and before I had my song, or not my song, my intro for my daughter, I would just like, hey everybody, like I would speak one, and I just went like, hello, this is Robert, and you are watching Something to Talk About, and I just did that, and I got like 3 people in the comments like, dude, watch it.
That was pretty good, to be honest. I mean, he's a nice voice, so it's hard to impersonate, number one, but also, I mean,
who is it that we're talking about?
Robert from Indie
narrator there, he's got a nice voice.
Yeah, no, he's got an amazing voice, and especially when he does, because he has like 2 different voices. He has his normal one when he's doing like live stream stuff and just talking, but then he has like his working on his video voice that's way more.
Yeah, he's a great narrator.
Rhaena Targaryen. I can't do it right now, but yeah, I'm on the spot. I'm gonna drink some water. All right,
Dreamfyre, Rhaena. Let's get going on this one.
Yeah,
I'm curious on this one. I'm curious to learn a little bit.
You're gonna learn a lot of it because I got a lot. All right, cool. Dreamfyre, Rhaena. They're gonna drink my water. Rhaena Targaryen is the eldest of the 6 children of Aenys Targaryen. Aenys the first Targaryen, and Queen Elissa Velaryon, sorry. She is a dragon rider and rode the dragon Dreamfyre. Rhaena had lively lilac eyes and silver gold hair. She was small at birth, but happy and healthy. And by the age of 14, Rhaena had grown into a beautiful young girl. Rhaena was shy and dreamy child, more comfortable with animals than other children. She would often hide behind her parents as a child when near strangers. And never warmed to any of the female companions her mother presented her with. She much more preferred books. After bonding with her dragon Dreamfyre, however, Rhaena began to outgrow her shyness. After she had flown for the first time, though she remained a quiet child, she could no longer be considered timid. Shortly thereafter, Rhaena made her first friend, and the numerous female favorites would follow throughout her life. Rhaena had an exquisite exquisite singing voice. And at 18, Rhaena was considered brave, fierce, and headstrong. As an adult, she was sometimes stern and sometimes shy, frequently brooding. We're definitely going to get to the brooding. Rhaena had no interest in other people's children, but was passive or possessive of her own and of people she loved. She was furious when betrayed, which we're also going to get to, and scornful of those she did not trust. Yeah, there's so much to love about Rhaena. And I love the idea that she was timid and didn't have any friends until she bonded with her dragon. And I love the idea of dragon bonding, like bringing you out of your shell, like kind of giving you that confidence. I find that really cool.
We were talking about anxiety earlier. I would say it sounded like she definitely had some anxiety growing up, and the dragon bonding kind of changed that.
Well, it's so funny because if you know anything about Rhaena, one of the main things is she has her favorites. And I know a lot of that we're going to talk about is due to her sexuality, but definitely like she's always has these female friends, like constantly has this favorite, that favorite. She has a new favorite this time. And to learn that as a kid, she didn't like other kids. It's like, that's very different from the strong bond that she always has with other women. Like, not that we're assuming, I don't think we can assume every one of that she's friends with, she has in a sexual relationship with. So a lot of just friends later on is all I'm saying. It's weird that they state that she's not very friendly, because that's like a big part of her personality later on. Emotional support dragon. Can you bring those in?
Gas stations probably not.
You can bring emotional support animals in the gas station.
Yeah, but you can't light a cigarette at a gas station, so a dragon would be problematic.
Would the dragons smoke cigarettes?
Could be, yeah.
Well,
I think many of them
you can safely smoke a cigarette at the gas pump. You can't safely light a cigarette at the gas pump.
Yeah.
The cherry isn't hot enough to ignite, but
flames.
That's good to know. Good to know.
Anytime somebody flicks a cigarette and it starts the gasoline, it's not true.
Mythbusters tried and tried and tried.
Yep, I remember that one. Also, you can spontaneously combust if you're going in and out of your car, because you can possibly, from what I heard, that getting in your car and getting out, you're going to make a static shock, and that shock is hot enough. So even when it's negative 40 degrees, I have to be like, don't sit in the car. And sometimes I'm like, exploding's worth it. I'm really cold.
You just have to make sure you touch the frame of the car like before you get out or something. I don't remember what it was.
I just have a really good life insurance.
Look it up, but
I just have a good life insurance policy. So like, I don't care.
Here's your life back.
Well, I'm just saying, like, I'm definitely worth more to my wife dead. Okay, I'm kidding. Like that insurance policy can't do dishes for her, so no. I do a lot of dishes. All right.
I was gonna say too, what Carl said in chat is good. Commanding a dragon would be a good confidence booster. I was basically about to say the same thing when you brought that up. Like, even if you were a little bit shy, you tame a dragon, suddenly being able to burn anyone who bothers you would be good. And he's saying it's similar to people who ride horses in real life. Like, the confidence.
The dragon.
It's okay, Carl. My wife does not watch our stuff.
You get the bonus of the dragon's confidence, since you're kind of mind bonding with it. The dragon. Being a dragon probably makes you pretty confident, right?
Absolutely.
You're a big
I
old
was just
dragon.
thinking. That makes me think, what if there was, like, I don't think there were any, but what if there was like a dragon that was just really timid and scared and just had tons of anxiety? Like, then you bond with it and you're also freaking out.
Like
Sheep Stealer doesn't Sheep Stealer the one that
I get
with, and so like
I think that's more just like, I don't want to deal with any of you energy.
Like,
it makes you wonder if she got a bit of that dragon's kind of standoffishness.
Are you saying that
like
Nettles,
like lonerness, maybe lonerness?
Nettles bonded with Sheep Stealer and then was really big on mutton?
Yeah, I'm just saying, could be. Went from being vegan to all of a sudden loving to chow down on some lamb, and everyone's wondering why.
Yep. I love lamb chops. I do. I couldn't find enough, like, any lamb chops to cook anywhere, and I really wanted to just cook them. So my wife's cousin's husband, I just said that. I was like, I really want to cook like a rack of lamb, and he's like, all right. and then just like text me like, "Hey man, so I bought a lamb. I bought 2. You owe me $100 and I'll butcher it for you." I was like, "Okay." So for like an entire like winter, I just had lamb.
Nice.
I've wanted a haunch of goat for such a long time because of the Song of Ice and Fire. I'm just like, I just want a haunch, like a whole ass haunch of goat, just so I can say I got a haunch of goat, right?
Yeah. Thanks to Skyrim, I think of hunks of animals as haunches because it's like a haunch of rabbit. And then my sister has rabbits, and she messaged me like, "Oh yeah, something, the haunch of the rabbit," and I was like, "Wait, I thought they were your pets. You're just chopping them up?" No, she said hutch, as in like their cages. And I said, like, "What, do you eat one?" And she's like, "No, what?" No. Like, oh, sorry.
I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure rabbits are like the only animal where if you're farming them for like your main sustenance, you will just die because there's not enough nutrition in the meat.
There's really not.
There's like a specific.
I had a rabbit stew one time, and I feel bad saying this, but it was pretty good. It was
I've had rabbit stew.
Yeah,
I used to follow a homesteader who kept rabbits as his meat, and he had a whole video about making sure his diet was broad enough to have that not be a problem.
Yeah, that's the same with
and
fish,
the reason he was saying with backyard animals for a homestead, like rabbits are perfect. The only thing that gets in the way is the cuteness factor, because with chickens, you can't breed your own, apparently. Like, you don't know what you'll end up with or something. I don't know how that works, but for some reason you can't. But like rabbits, like they eat grass, so they just like they'll eat weeds and like your lawn, and stuff, and they breed like rabbits. And they're even more useful than their meat. They've got great fur, and so yeah.
Right. Yeah, that was a weird one too. When I learned about the chickens, I was like, wait, you mean to tell me that we have separated the process of breeding chickens with laying their own eggs and sitting on them? Like society has gone too far when you buy chickens to lay eggs and you can't make baby chickens with it. But
so I don't know if this is true, but there have been times where I've worked with domestic turkeys, and one of the rumors is that they're so dumb that they'll drown in the rain because they'll put their heads up trying to drink. It's a myth, but it's widespread, and it's easy to believe because they're idiots. But they're also they're literally. How far into the stream are we?
We're ready to move on, but yeah, keep going.
They're too dumb to screw. How's that?
They're too dumb to bang?
They have to use artificial insemination because they don't know how to do it anymore. We bred that out of them because we just kept making it fatter.
That's very interesting. I know this is continue on a weird segue, but I used to do.
I would like to get back
to a guy that had a turkey farm, and his turkeys could breed. So I don't know what kind of turkeys he had, but apparently, before he would do a butcher of a male, he'd get it super, super off its rocker drunk, which is, I guess, like the French method, and he'd let it go to town with the women folk of the turkey land in order to give it a good send-off. And he did breed turkeys just regularly at the farm, apparently. So I don't know if these were wild turkeys that he'd domesticated somehow, but apparently,
like I said, this could be a myth because it's always hand in hand with the other one that was proven.
I'm just gonna move us back here in a second. I keep trying, and then all right.
Now we're into like weird talk about turkeys.
I won't tell my turkey story.
Yeah, please don't. All right, I got this. I feel like he earned it this time.
He's so random.
Yeah, he's. That reminds me, so I knew a guy who used to get turkeys really wasted, and he just watch them bang. Anyway, so we're talking about Rhaena Targaryen.
Apparently, the booze thing is the French method. You fill the bird up with booze the night before you butcher it. It's the French way.
Man,
there was something like that in American Dad, but
we're moving to childhood. In 23 AC, Rhaena was born. It's a second slide, guys. In 23 AC, Rhaena was born at Dragonstone to Prince Aenys Targaryen and Lady Elissa Valerion. She was named in honor of Aenys' late mother, Queen Rhaenys. Then why didn't she name her Rhaenys? Just Rhaena. Rhaenys Targaryen. Rhaena was the first grandchild of King Aegon I, aka Aegon the Conqueror, and is said that he wept the first time he held her. Aw, look, that's what's going on in that picture. Super cute. Following Rhaena's birth, many wondered if her uncle Prince Maegor would fall behind her in the line of succession, as she was the eldest child of Aenys and who was heir to the throne. That year, Maegor's mother, Queen Visenya Targaryen, proposed a betrothal between her son and Rhaena in order to settle the succession issue. However, both Rhaena's parents and the High Septon protested the match. The High Septon instead suggested his niece, Lady Cerys Hightower, as bride for Maegor. Let's stop there. There's a couple things here, and there isn't a succession issue, Visenya. No, she just wants there to be one, right? When Visenya's like, oh, well, is it going to go to Maegor after Aenys, or is it going to go to? It's clearly going to go to through his line. Like, Maegor's not in it. I love that she's just like, to settle the issue, and it's like, what issue? It's
what issue?
What issue is there? No, you want Maegor. That's the only
to settle the issue that she created.
Yeah, and also. That's just the first thing. And also Maegor ends up marrying her anyways. But I just love that of if I just hey, you should give me $5. Why? To settle this issue. What issue? I don't know. It just there isn't a succession issue yet. It was Aegon's alive and Aenys is the heir, and Aenys just had his kid, still is married to his wife, can still have kids, and then they're like, well, this is settle the succession issue. What are you talking about?
I'm so upset about this.
I hate
Michael's got this interesting turkey talk going on in the notes.
As long as you're keeping it in the chat. no one's hearing me because the chat's been someone.
No, I didn't.
So anyway, that episode of American Dad that I was talking about. I'm joking.
No, I wasn't ready, dude. No, I got a. How Dr. Evil has that button, just makes your chair fall down. I just put my hand over it. And I was like, no,
I'll just go to my room and get a gun and I'll shoot him. What's going on?
Dang,
Scotty.
Gun. Can I do my tangent then? I was complaining about the name. My name is Mark. I go by Taco, but I was complaining about Mark because in my early 20s, oh, hi, Mark became a thing. Oh, hi, Mark. From the room. And I complained about it. And then my friend Scott goes, no, dude, shut up. You have nothing to complain about. I don't want to hear it. Yeah. Scott? What's so bad about Scott? He goes,
Scotty doesn't know.
That's the other one. But Scotty from Austin Powers and Scotty doesn't know.
Oh,
and he goes, both of them came out when I was in high school. And I'm like, that sucks. And he's like, dude. I was hitting on a chick named Fiona, and she literally didn't date me because my name was Scott. And
no!
No! It's like, no, not letting that happen. It's like
I bet Shrek hit her like a ton of bricks.
Yeah. Yeah. The next thing you know, you saw her walking down the street with the big green ogre, and you're like, "What the fuck?" God damn you, DreamWorks!
God damn you, DreamWorks! All right, moving on. At age 9, Rhaena was presented with a dragon hatchling. She bonded instantly with the dragon, whom she named Dreamfyre. By age 12, Rhaena flew upon Dreamfyre for the first time. Shortly thereafter, Rhaena's first favorite, her cousin Larissa Velaryon. I always say Valerion. I never know how to say it. Until Larissa was sent back to Driftmark to marry the second son of Evening Star of Tarth. I'm pretty sure she comes back at some point. We talk about her later. Rhaena soon befriended Samantha Stokeworth, the Hand of the King. She wasn't Hand of the King. I don't know why I said that.
Taco's notes have gotten a little confusing.
Yep, they got confusing. She's not the Hand of the King. Rhaena would go.
Was she the daughter of the Hand of the King? Was it
maybe a daughter of the Hand of the King, maybe. Rhaena would go on to have a number of favorites, all of whom she would shower with affection and attention, to such extent that it was cause for whispering in the court. So yeah, the whispering of her hanging out with other girls is already going on. Let's look at it.
Yeah, so she was the daughter of Alan Stokeworth, Hand of the King.
Okay, so
at the end of Aegon the First Targaryen's reign.
Okay. I deleted part of that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it must have been something like that. I was like,
yeah, befriended. No, all right. So the way that I made these ones is so we have 19 slides, and I pretty much wikied, and then I added like quotes and some other details that the wiki didn't have, and then I deleted and shortened every sentence I could. I had to just shorten up, and I might have deleted "daughter of the Hand of the King."
It got lost in the editing.
Those aren't important words anyway. It's fine.
We figured it out.
It's like when you write an essay that needs to be 800 words, but you actually wrote
We're revising history, and we're historical revisionists, and we're just making Samantha Stokeworth the Hand of the King. That's just how it was,
I remember getting so mad. I handed in, it was a 1,000-word essay, and it was like 900, and it was like 60 something. But I completely finished like everything I could on the topic. Like it was a really good paper. So I didn't think the guy would care, and the guy totally cared. So I got really angry. And I spent like a day turning it into one large run-on sentence, so I could add ands in between every period. And I got 1,000 words. The dude was not impressed, and I was like, no paragraphs. It was like 3 pages of just. And I was like, "Here you go, dick."
Yeah, that sounds like something I would have done in high school and approve of.
I was like college.
Yeah.
I never liked word count, but I get around it by just making things like a little bit longer of concept than they need to be. I'm like, I could say it in a single sentence, but I'll say it in 3. Just,
I saw a conversation the other day.
Twice.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Where this guy's client, he wrote a summary for them, and it was like 35 pages, and the client was just like, "This is too long, man." And so the guy just changed the font to make it smaller. Yeah. So it was 25 pages. And the client was like, "Oh my God, I love this guy."
We used to do the opposite, and I think that's why our teachers started making us do word counts instead of pages. Yep. Because we would change it to longer
double space, fucking 14 size.
Yeah. It was Courier New. It's the typewriter one. So
that was my favorite font.
The size of a typewriter, because all letters had to be the same size. So even I's had like a bottom. So it stretched. You could write like a page and a half and be like, "How much? 3?" You're like, "Courier New, 30 pages." And eventually they were like, "No, 1,000 words. Fuck off."
And now it's all just ChatGPT anyway. So
yeah.
The kids these days.
If I were in college now, I think I would try to turn in writing assignments physically and like handwritten if I could. Just so the professor can't use a computer to grade it.
Oh yeah.
I do like that. Yeah. ChatGPT is now being used to grade ChatGPT. So no one's
it's like how Twitter is just robots talking to robots,
Yeah. Well, it's been that way for a while.
That is my favorite though, when it's like, I want to make sure my kids aren't using ChatGPT, so I used an AI to check if this is AI written.
It was AI written.
Yeah, I saw that. That's so good.
So you mean you were too lazy to do your job?
ChatGPT.
So you cheated.
I'm an old man, but I actually am still in college because I kind of changed my life at a very late date. But I get really high grades on assignments, particularly ones that are just quick responses. I think it's because I'm the only one who does not use ChatGPT. So you'll read like everything that's been written, and it's like, oh my God, no one is actually doing their writing anymore. And I'm just like, I'm not very good at the internet or the computer, and so like I would have a harder time doing ChatGPT than actually responding to a question. So
yeah,
I saw there was some attorney that just turned in a ChatGPT argument without bothering to check if the precedent that it cited was even real, which it wasn't.
I remember that one.
But there was another one where a lawyer was like it was like the computer was talking out loud, which was just bizarre. And the judge eventually cottoned on that he was basically like, he was trying to advertise his AI lawyer product in her courtroom, and she was not happy.
Okay, we are moving on. Thank you guys. Does anyone have anything to say about Rhaena so far? She's just 18 now, so she's just getting.
Yeah, no, I'm curious
12.
to hear more. Like I said, I know the character like by name, but I don't know much about her.
Dude, you're gonna learn a lot.
I'm learning for the first time, so I'm real curious.
Rhaena's
Which
probably.
one were we talking about again?
Rhaena Targaryen.
Oh, we're still talking about Rhaena. Okay.
Where we will be talking about Rhaena the entire stream. This is a Rhaena Targaryen live stream.
That makes sense.
Look at the thumbnail, Rust. Read it. Her name's not Dreamfyre. That's a nickname. Sorry, that got a little aggressive. Read it, you bastard.
The dragon's name is Dreamfyre.
Yeah. Growing up Targaryen. I didn't have a good name for this one.
Keeping up with the
Targaryen.
Keeping up with the Targaryen. Targing up with the Garyans.
The real Targs of
Maegor knows
Casterly
best.
Rock.
That'd be a good one. Maegor knows best. Maegor is kind of a Terry Bollea type guy, I think. But,
God.
Oh God! All right.
I've never heard anyone call Hulk Hogan that.
Terry Bollea.
Yeah.
I have.
I've not.
I don't know, man. I don't respect Terry Bollea enough to call him his cool nickname.
Neither do I, but like still. I just never heard it.
Growing up Targaryen, keeping up with the Targs. All right. Rhaena and her next eldest brother, Aegon. So this isn't her grandpa. This is her brother, Aegon the Uncrowned. Were close during their childhood, and Rhaena would sometimes take him with her to fly upon Dreamfyre. Rhaena doted on her siblings, and it was said that she placed a dragon eggs in the cradles of her brother, Jaehaerys Targaryen, and sister Alysanne Targaryen from Vermithor and Silverwing hatched. So yeah, the dragons that she put in the cradle. Yeah, so you guys know what I'm saying. So yeah, Jaehaerys got Vermithor because Rhaena put an egg in their cradle, and that's also how Alysanne got Silverwing. Although she would sometimes take others flying with her upon her dragon, Rhaena most often flew Dreamfyre by herself. In 37 AC, King Aegon I passed away, and his son Aenys ascended the Iron Throne. That year, King Aenys went on a royal progress to Old Town, taking along his eldest 3 children. Unfortunately, so if you guys don't know, the eldest children would be her, the eldest, and then Aegon, and then a Viserys. Again, a lot of this I try to keep it all fit on the page, so like I edited down to 3 eldest kids.
That's his name, a Viserys, right? Like.
No, Viserys. One of the Viseryses. I'm working on my. I don't know. Am I just noticing?
Can we all agree that that Aenys is a really bad name?
It's a horrible name. Yeah, it sounds like anus.
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
Her name's Anus.
I think that's the joke, right?
Anus the First. Well, he is a crappy. He's a crappy king.
But is he a sphincter?
Kinda, yeah. I really wish I had a Sphincter Says What from Wayne's World queued, but I have other Wayne's World ones, but I don't have a Sphincter Says What. But you know, if you want any more cool runnings, let me know. Or about
I'll take a cool runnings.
All right, I got one more. I think
I see a badass mother who don't take no crap of nobody.
I didn't mean to take the last one.
Well, that's the last one.
I should have split it in half and shared it with somebody.
I got what else do you want? I got all kinds of stuff.
Yeah. Listen, I'm bored. Someone explain it to me quick.
All right, I'll get back to it.
Bob's Burgers.
Seriously, all the Bob's Burgers ones I keep are just Zeke because he's my favorite.
Zeke.
By the way, if you guys haven't watched The Great North, I highly recommend it.
I know they canceled it. They canceled it.
I know.
Yeah,
it's a little gimmicky, but it's overall
really
very well
good.
done.
Yeah, it's really good. And it's super disappointing they canceled it. My favorite sketch probably from that one is the New Kids on the Dock. They're like a band, like an acapella band that sings about boats. It's fucking fantastic.
That's funny. What's your favorite fictional boy band? Like cartoon boy band?
Boys for Now. Definitely Boys for Now.
Boys for Now is good. And
3 is more than 4. We don't need
I like B12, Boys 12 from American Dad.
Okay. All right. I was gonna say
Bart Simpson's band was pretty good. Sorry.
Oh, yeah, I guess. I don't.
And then they get beaten out. They got beaten out by Boys 13.
What's the South Park one?
That's what I was
Finger
trying
bang.
to remember.
Finger bang.
That's it. That's the one where they make Token play bass, right?
No, that's
Yeah.
that's the religious band.
One?
That's the Christian.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
yep.
that's the one I was thinking of. That one was my favorite.
No, my favorite is from Gravity Falls several times with a Z. But I think Boys for Now is the best named one.
Yeah, Boys for Now is just a great. And then when Boo Boo comes back to the band, it was so good. It was just so good.
All right,
it would be hilarious if they all ended up transgender.
All right, moving on. And not because of that. I'm okay with talking about transgenderness. I already had this up. It looked like I was avoiding that conversation. No, if you want to talk about lead singers becoming
just trying to slide out of talking about
transgender. Against me, right? Against me, the lead singer is trans. I think. There, see, I got something. Figured it out. All right. King Aenys went on a royal progress, blah, blah, blah. Oh, yeah, brought the 3 children. Unfortunately, Rhaena loathed being separated from her dragon Dreamfyre and her most recent favorite, Melanie Piper. As she toured the realm with her father, she reverted back to her former shyness and became sullen at feasts. After Queen Elissa of Valerian summoned Lady Melanie Piper to join the progress, Rhaena's mood improved. Rhaena gave no encouragement to her numerous suitors, because a lot of guys were trying to marry her and stuff, preferring to spend time with her siblings, her cats and dogs, her newest favorite, Elaine Royce. When Rhaena turned 16, she declared herself to be free to fly anywhere and was seen in Harrenhal, Tarth, Runestone, and Gulltown. I can figure out a couple of these, right? So Tarth, her first favorite went to Tarth, so she went there. And then Royce was one of her favorites, so that's why she went to Runestone. I don't know why Harrenhal or Gulltown, though. Just because they're cool places, I guess? I don't know.
I would say, why not Gulltown? I mean, all that gull shit? I mean, like, come on. That's just gotta be...
I think I'm about to do a video for Gulltown. And yeah, all we really know about it is it's a city and like Littlefinger worked there once. Yeah. So, all right. It was rumored, although never proven, that on one of these flights, Rhaena given her maidenhead to a lowborn person. Some have suggested that due to these rumors, King Aenys wished for Rhaena to marry as soon as possible. I don't know if I buy that one. I think that's just some...
Yeah, I'd probably just
some propaganda.
Weird rumors.
Imagine some chick picking you up and you're like, I'm staying with my parents for the holidays. We can't go to my place. And she's like, I know a spot. And it's the back of a fucking dragon flying through the air.
Although, hey, this would explain the stop in Gulltown, right? Just a random fishmonger's son. And she's like, come on, let's go for a ride.
You know where my brain went? Is being picked up by her and her dragon, and no one's gonna get this. Maybe everybody is. You guys are nerds, but it went right to Sam Rockwell playing Zaphod Beetlebrock from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, when he flirts with Trillian and just goes, "You want to see my spaceship?" And I just said, "Hey, I'm gonna go for a ride on my."
Want to see my
dragon?
Flips Targaryen hair all over the place.
And then they come back. You're seeing this in a flashback, and then they come back to the present, and Trillian's like, and he had a spaceship. Like, what'd you expect me to do?
I also like the idea of the Rhaena Targaryen movie. I want Rhaena played by Sam Rockwell. If we can make that happen. He has range, guys. He can do it.
He's enough of a chameleon that he could pull that off.
He's fantastic. I love Sam Rockwell.
Wait, no, I just confused him with Gary Oldman for a second.
What? All right. He is one of the young punks. We just watched the 1990 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and Sam Rockwell is like a kid in it, and he's one of the punks who's like, anything you want to do it. You know what I mean? Anything. And then this kid goes, got any cigarettes? He's like, regular or menthol? Because they're like kid gangsters. I love it, man. I love that movie. All right, moving on. Tensions rise. Is that where I am? Yeah. All right, cool. Slide 4. When Rhaena was 18, she was betrothed to her brother, Prince Aegon, who according to Archmaester Gildane, they had expected to be wedded to one another ever since they were young, and so neither objected. However, the Faith of the Seven did not accept the incestuous match. The High Septim wrote that the marriage would be an obscenity, and that any children born from the marriage would be abominations in the sight of gods and men. Despite this reaction, Rhaena and Aegon were wed at the Sept of Remembrance, while the warrior sons and Faith Militant lined the streets, making note of every wedding guest. I'm going to stop there because I'm really burpy.
That's some Scientology shit right there, man.
Yeah, that's some messed up stuff. Wait, you mean, what's Scientology? The incest part? Or
now, this is the
the watching you and taking
notes. Yeah.
This is the same Septon, though, that proposed a marriage for Maegor to his own niece, right? So, so this seems like this might be more of a political decision than a religious decision, where it's like,
it's always political.
The faith doth protest too much, but in reality, they're just pissed off that we're not marrying other houses.
Absolutely, but if your weapon is the faith.
So it definitely sounds like weaponized faith, where
you can use faith as the weapon.
They are concerned about the politics around the incest.
Well, apparently they're still mad because they got a marriage the Hightowers got a marriage and they're still complaining about it. Illyrio Brightflame? I'm confused.
Illyrio. I think it's supposed to be Illyrio Brightflame.
Or Illyrio Brightflame. Oh, is that what you guys... Are you
there was talking in the of Illyrio being a secret Targ.
Carl brought up the idea that these eggs that she's giving to her siblings, does that mean gifting the egg might be part of the hatching process? Like you gift the egg to someone, and I was like, well, all of Dany's eggs were gifted.
From Illyrio.
I like the idea of Illyrio having married into the Blackfires and those eggs being the secret Blackfire. I do think that Illyrio has connections to the dragon bloodline. I just don't think it comes from his bloodline personally. I don't think he's of the bloodline himself.
Yeah, I do think that the Bright Flames are replaced in George's mind.
You don't think he's still desperately in love with some dead Blackfire?
I think he
probably is.
Dude, half the fandom's in love with
I think he married into the Blackfire line, which is why he does everything that he does,
All right, how did we go from a Rhaena Targaryen video to Blackfire?
Because we're just that good.
I mean, look at my drip. How do we not go to the Blackfires?
It happens a lot in my fandom. And we're going to talk a lot about Maegor today, so I'm excited for that. Not Maegor Brightflame, but Maegor Targaryen, which Maegor Brightflame would also have been named Maegor Targaryen.
Maegor Brightflame also technically
just the Targaryen. Yeah, Brightflame's a nickname. All right, where were we? So, at the wedding, everyone's looking at the guests. Yeah. After the wedding, King Aenys decided to send Aegon and Rhaena on their royal progress. Rhaena asked to bring her dragon, but Aenys forbid it, fearing that the dragonless Aegon might be considered unmanly with his wife on a dragon and him on a horse, because he doesn't have a dragon yet. During their entire journey, Rhaena and Aegon and their escort were booed by crowds. And at one village, they were pelted by dirt by a group of poor fellows that far outnumbered their escort. And Rhaena rode up saying, "You are fearless when you're facing a girl on a horse, I see. Next time I come, I will be on a dragon. Throw dirt at me then, I pray you." I'm going to stop there. So I love Rhaena, like I've stated. I hate this version of Rhaena. The you guys are booing us. Would you boo me if I had a dragon? Of course not, you tyrants. That's why we're booing you. No, that's the whole point. If you're booed when you don't have your weapon of mass destruction, and you're not booed when you have it, tell me which one is the real reaction. Would you be talking to me if I had a gun pointed at you?
Do you think that's a little bit of embellishment, or do you think her personality and her character would actually lead her to do that? Is she?
I think that it tracks for her. I would say. Because she is very hot-headed.
She's fiery. She's
very fiery. Yeah. I'm excited that
somebody's about to be.
Ooh. I already rolled down my sleeves. You want me to unbutton them?
Talking about being burned to death, but
oh yeah, no, that happens. I got something for burned to death here. Wait, 1 second.
So
I've got
much. It flames on the side of my face.
That has got to be the weirdest segue. I've got one here for burn to death. Hang on, let me pull up a clip.
yeah.
That was just a video of Quentin from A Dance with Dragons, right?
Flames? Yeah, dude. Are you saying that Quentin died in the library with a candlestick? The clue.
Quentin in the dragon pit with a whip.
With a whip.
That actually is one of the weapons.
Yeah, candlestick's one of the clue weapons.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the crappy.
It's been a really long time since I played.
You are so frozen, buddy. You're really lagging. Yeah,
I mean, I can see.
You're like a second. You're a second behind.
It's very like.
Let me disconnect and try again.
Very poor resolution.
Well, I'm gonna read. So unless anyone has anything they want to say about her threatening the small folk.
No, keep going. Let's go to our next one.
Well, we got to finish up this one.
Oh, okay.
So relationships between House Targaryen and the Faith continued to worsen. The Hand of the King Septim Myrmidon, who had performed Rhaena and Aegon's wedding, was expelled from the Faith. So keep in mind, Aenys had Maegor as his hand, and then he fired Maegor for taking on a second wife and brought in Septim Myrmidon as his hand, essentially to hey, look, the Faith, like, I have a septum. Like,
try to ease the tension.
Yeah, like appease him a little bit. But then they just we don't like that septum anymore, and just booted him from the Faith. And then when Aenys wrote to the High Septim asking for Myrmidon's restoration, the High Septim responded angrily, calling him King Abomination and declaring he had no right to rule the Seven Kingdoms. The pious of the realm heeded his words and starting the uprising against the Iron Throne. So that's the start of the Faith uprising. So, yeah.
Is my feed better?
You look a lot better.
Yes. Okay, cool.
You want to get out of here?
I have mesh internet, and so I walked upstairs and walked down, so it connected me to a node that was far away, and then didn't want to let go. So
node. All right, that's good. I'm now that I'm in a small town and not in the city, I've noticed that I don't know, my internet's not super good anymore, but also my Wi-Fi, I don't know if it's just my modem's not very good or what, but my Wi-Fi is only in half the house. So I depending on where I am in the house, I'm better not on Wi-Fi and I'm better on Wi-Fi. So
that sounds like your Wi-Fi box has an issue. I think you can get a booster or something like that for them.
Yeah, but that costs money.
At my old place, I had to use an extender for my one of my security cameras. But there might be something in the wall, that just in that one place, maybe it's pipes or wires or something that are just interfering with the signal in that direction.
Okay. Yeah, probably.
Or it could just be where do you live in a city?
No, not anymore. I live in a small town.
Okay.
I just
that's right. Okay. I couldn't remember which way it went.
I don't think the city I lived in would be considered a city, but I lived in Fargo, and then I moved to a small town in Minnesota.
I just always imagine you living in a taco in the clouds, but that's just me.
I was doing audio video. I was doing audio video in upstate New York, and the guy that was in charge of it was talking about in places like New York City, you have these, at the time, huge binders of frequencies for wireless microphones that you can use.
Oh, cool.
Because there's interference, everybody's using something. So
you don't live in New York State, right? That's the interesting nerd club guys are New York State.
Yeah,
I'm in New Hampshire.
I think they're both in or around Buffalo, but maybe I'm misunderstanding that.
New Englanders.
Paul might live somewhere else now. I just forget.
Wait, I was Mr. West
New
Palm
York,
Beach, but
New York's not New England, right? It's north of New York is New England. Okay.
Northeast.
Yeah. All right. Anything New York and above, or above New York. Okay. So,
I'd have to look at a map. I don't know.
I think so. Yeah, I think that's the cutoff is New York. But all right, where was I? I think I moved on to.
We were talking about Rhaenys Targaryen.
Yeah, we still are because now we're stuck in the West. So Septim Murmison was killed. Oh my God, it just jumped right to the rest of the realm heeded his words and started an uprising against the Iron Throne. So they murdered Septim Murmison the next day. Septim Murmison was killed in the streets by poor fellows with axes. Rhaena and Aegon were forced to abandon their progress. Why is it so funny?
He got Robespierre'd.
Definitely too much Crusader Kings. I mean, what else are you gonna do with peasant or religious uprisings? I mean, that's the best way they can end, right? Someone else takes care of it with an axe.
That's not how it ends. That's how it starts.
Oh, well, in that case, it's not as fun.
Isn't that how it always starts?
No, it ends differently, which we don't even cover on this, but it ends when Maegor is about to go there and it pretty much just burn everything. And
he goes there?
Yeah, and then he goes there and then goes to Old Town, and then the High Septim just dies in his sleep. It's like, oh, the totally healthy guy died, don't worry about it. And then the Lord Hightower just iced him and just opened the gates to him. Because
do you guys remember the Futurama episode where Bender's the Pharaoh and they want to kick him out? And the Pharaoh has suddenly died. That's what happened.
I love that.
Pharaoh has suddenly died.
Too perfect, if you ask me. Tear it down and do it again. Try not to embarrass yourselves. And then they just fucking throw him into a pillowcase.
The gigantic pyramid, and then his is the foot over it. And
remember me.
Remember me.
Are they going to remember me or the statue?
Remember me.
Yeah, are they going to remember me or the statue? Oh my God.
For the wall of prophecy, he just takes his face and pounds it into the wall.
Yeah. All right, I love it. All right, moving on. Stuck to the West. So Murmison got killed by an axe, multiple probably, and then Rhaena and Aegon were forced to abandon their progress and take shelter in Craighall. And by 42 AC, Craighall was besieged by thousands of poor fellows. Upon learning of the attack on his children, Aenys collapsed and died 3 days later on Dragonstone. Oh, what an Aenys, right? What a big old Aenys. Upon the death of King Aenys, Dowager Queen Visenya flew to Pentos to retrieve Maegor from his exile on Dragonstone, and Maegor claimed the throne for his own. I'm jumping over all of Maegor's stuff.
Quick, April May said it too. Is there suspicion around Aenys' death? Is that considered to be?
Visenya killed him.
Yeah. Because I was gonna say that sounds like he got knocked off for being an incompetent king.
No, not just that, but literally he got sick, and then Visenya booted the maesters away, and she's like, I'll take care of my nephew, and then he died.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because this reeks of.
And then she went and got Maegor right away.
Do you think she made him sick, or do you think this was opportunistic?
Opportunistic. He was always sick. He was a sickly king. Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like he was a weak king, and so then she saw her moment to make a move here, and
and the move is go and get your son, who's
get your son, get him in the position you were trying to get him in earlier with the marriage,
Yeah, and it all worked out. Yeah, I mean, if you're a Maegor stan, which I'm sure at least somebody watching is, like half my following are Maegor stans, and you know what? It's fine.
Come on, only like 7,000 people died. I have no idea what the number is.
It's way more than that. Maegor kills a lot of people.
Maegor's fucking terrible.
Yeah, we're not getting into that, so we're skipping all of Maegor's trial and all that, and we're just going to focus on Rhaena, who's not there for the first part of it. So when
they put Maegor on trial?
Oh yeah, his trial of 7, where he's the only one who survived.
Yeah,
damn.
So Saturday morning,
sole survivor out of 14 people.
Russ,
Jesus Christ!
If you need something to do on Saturday, my Taina of the Tower video that I filmed a couple weeks ago comes out, and it covers the majority of Maegor's reign. I highly suggest it. 53 minutes.
Oh wow!
I think it's something like that. It's a lot. I can actually look really easily. What did
I watch stuff at like 1.8 speed at the moment anyway.
Oh, well, that works. Here, let me literally check right here. Scrolling down.
It's not a really important question.
Hit load more.
I've noticed people listen to things on like 2x. I've tried to listen.
I can't do that.
I cannot do it.
You have to step up incrementally.
51.
I went 1.1. Go ahead.
51 minutes and 18 seconds. So not quite 52.
But yeah, I literally, it was even less than 1.1. It was like 1.05. And then as I got higher, I could do the increments larger.
Oh God, yeah.
I can comfortably listen to something at 2x.
Oh my God.
But if there's like accents and stuff involved, which on YouTube there pretty much always is, then it's 1.75.
Yeah,
I did have it recently. I had it recently pointed out to me that one of the fantasy football podcasts that I listen to, if you play it on half speed, they sound like absolutely blasted drunk dads in a garage, just like chatting shit about football. And it's very accurate. So I don't know if we sound just wasted if you play this on 0.5 speed or not, but I
already sound wasted.
Yeah. Play it at different speeds, guys. Play it back at different speeds and then tell us what it's like so we know what we sound like at the different speeds.
And then see if it syncs up with any Pink Floyd albums.
Yeah.
And then play it at different speeds while also listening to a different Taco episode in the other ear and tell us if you're learning twice as much.
Hell yeah. That makes me think of Ghostbusters when he's like, oh, I watched this workout tape, but it was stuck in fast forward. It was a 20-minute workout. It only took me 10 minutes. I got a great workout. Let's move on. Maegor takes a throne. Poor fellows show up. Yeah. Rhaegon. Wow. That's the
Sounds
real
like a weapons
Aegon
dealer.
No, Rhaegon's my real Aegon theory. That is that fake Aegon is actually Aegon.
Oh, yeah.
It's my Rhaegon theory.
Rhaegon.
I will pitch it to the Interesting Nerd Club eventually. Just read the book. Be like, see? He's the real son. All right, my Rhaegon. All right, anyways. Rhaena and Aegon took their refuge at Castle Rock, where Lord Lyman Lannister protected them with guest right. There, Rhaena discovered she was pregnant. Her twin daughters, Princess. Are we going to go with Aerea? Because I've heard it Aria, but that sounds too much like Aria. Do you guys like Aerea Targaryen? I'm asking. It's Aerea.
Spell it again. You cut out.
Aerea.
Aerea.
So it
Aerea.
does. The AE
Aria.
is the same as Aegon, so it'd be Aerea. Yeah.
Area. Yeah.
I'll go with I'll try to say Aerea.
Area.
It's like Aria. It's like Aria, but he didn't want to name her Aria, and so he was like Area.
Although
he was studying geometry at the time.
So it's a fun name to spell. So if you look at your keyboard, it's literally clicking one direction. So AER, and then you go back with the EA.
Oh yeah,
it's like a fun because I typed in a bunch doing this, so it's like
what's that thing where something's spelled the same forward and backwards?
The palindrome. Right?
Palindrome. Yeah, there you go. That's what it is.
Like Taco Cat.
It's a palindragon.
What's that long one? Go hang a salami on a lasagna hog or something like that.
What?
It's a palindrome. It's a palindrome.
Oh my God.
Isn't the Weird Al like Bob Dylan song? Didn't he do like an entire song
it goes backwards. It can go both.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure
he just did a song where every line is a palindrome. Is it not every? I think it was.
I don't think the letters are. It's like the words work both ways, but not like
each line. I think.
Yeah.
I think each line was.
Yeah, we're all right. We're going with Aegon Aerea. All right, cool. Where was I? Her twin daughters, Princess Aerea and Princess Rhaena, were born at Castle Rock the following year in 43 AC. Oh my God. Somebody just slipped into my green room. Andy, what are you doing here?
What I'm doing here is I completely forgot that it's not supposed to be an hour. I thought it was an hour later than it was.
Oh, daylight savings. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
dude.
daylight savings you
I'm
right
sorry.
up.
So that would have been it would have been an hour ago if this was like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, my bad, dude. My bad.
I'm an idiot.
No, it's not your fault that we have daylight savings. Like, it's stupid. It's stupid that we have that.
If this map that I saw is correct, Australia has even weirder daylight savings breakdowns.
No, they have different time zone breakdowns, but not daylight. They don't have daylight savings. I thought we were the only country that does it.
No.
We also have
will
it,
ask
but we
my
have
dad.
different timings.
He would know.
All I know is my friend who lives in Australia, whenever like daylight savings hits, I have to tell her, oh, by the way, it's now this. Like, she doesn't know what that is.
Theirs is at a different time than ours.
Oh, okay.
Like someone posted like 2 weeks ago or something about the clock's changing, and I was like, what? Did I miss it? And like they were in Canada or something, and it was just a different.
It's the same here. It's just that we already had the switch up a bit earlier this month, and I was like, oh god damn it. Like last month, and like fuck.
Yeah,
that's really just weird.
So I'm sorry for being late. I didn't mean to be.
You're fine. You're you're totally okay. We are only on slide 6 of 18, or slide 5 of 18.
Yeah, Taco keeps going way off topic, and we have to keep reining him back in. It's been.
He was talking about turkeys having sex earlier. It was
really quick. Maltese Sparrow.
Something about Mormons.
Fuck you doing?
Sorry, that was. I hope everybody could tell that was directly pointed at Rust. You guys ever think, because everyone just looks straight at the camera, that the other guy, right? That somebody on here is flirting with you, but really they're just looking at the camera. But sometimes I'm like, Michael, why do you keep staring at me like that? What's up? Hey. Oh, he's just looking at the screen. All right. We are here. Andy, I'm assuming you're familiar enough with Rhaena Targaryen that I do not need to fill you in, right?
No, you don't need to fill me in with anything, I don't think.
Love you, Andy. We are at, the twins just got born at Casterly Rock.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That's where we are.
That's where we are. 43 AC. The High Septum proclaimed the twins to be abominations, born of lust and incest. Well,
wait. Did you just say the High Septum, like the piercing?
Yeah, High Septum.
Sorry, I was sorry to cut you off.
No, my speech impediment. It's really hard for me to say septum, and it's been like people have called me out.
I just didn't know.
I can't say septum with an
N.
It's really hard.
I thought it was my ears getting crazy.
No, I always say septum.
The high septum. That's when you pierce it like right through the tip of your nose, up. Right?
Yeah. Wait, I got something for inbreeding here. Here, wait.
Born of relentless inbreeding.
Born of relentless inbreeding.
The adjective relentless in front of inbreeding is a perfect adjective.
The implications.
Oh, yeah. So relentless. I mean, yeah. They have the same grandparents. I mean, what are you gonna do? All right. Where was I? The High Septon proclaimed the twins to be abominations, born of lust and relentless inbreeding, cursed by the gods. According to the maester serving at Casterly Rock, Rhaena begged Aegon to flee with her across the narrow sea out of Maegor's reach, stating that she would be willing to give up her life for Aegon, but was unwilling to give up the lives of her children. Aegon refused, however, and as he was determined to claim his throne. Although Lord Lyman refused all of Maegor's demands to turn over Aegon and Rhaena, he also refused to pledge his sword to Aegon, or swords to Aegon's cause. Most of the knights, lords, and handmaidens who accompanied Aegon and Rhaena on their progress have abandoned them at this point. So, yeah. So they do get a little bit of an army going, but like Lyman Lannister's like, no, like I can bring you here and give you guests right, but I'm not marching on Maegor. Like, you think I'm stupid? You got a dragon, man. You got Baelor or Balerion the Black Dread. What do you think?
Yeah, you got Quicksilver, buddy. Like,
he doesn't even have that yet. He doesn't have Quicksilver yet. They got Dreamfyre. That's all they got right now.
Yeah, so you got Dreamfyre. That's a young dragon with no particular things. That's Balerion the Black Dread. He was around from the Doom. He is at least 100 years old at this point.
He's also the Conqueror's dragon, so he's got rep in Westeros at this point for like burning a shitload of people. Yeah, he's the one that is probably everyone's most afraid of. You know?
Well, and he's got combat experience.
If you want to know what if you want to know what happens, you can literally see the next slide where it's just a picture of the Black Dread just devouring Quicksilver.
Yeah.
So yeah, you guys got anything about this slide or so the twins being born and Aegon wanting to claim his throne. You guys got anything?
Negatory.
I mean, it's just really that, I don't know, it seems like there is a lot of ground where Aegon and Rhaena don't agree on stuff, which makes
I mean, they're siblings.
I mean, you get what I'm trying to get at, though.
I mean, I don't agree with my sister. Dude, I can't even order at a restaurant if I had to order with her, let alone be married. That sounds horrible.
Oh my god.
Dude, think about that. You want to know how messed up Targaryens are? Think about marrying your actual sibling. I don't even like going to Thanksgiving to hang out with them. No, I mean, I love it. They don't watch my stuff. We're good. Neither is my wife. That's why I get to make those jokes. Dragons rule. Think Pop Laser. Very true. We got anything? All right.
I mean, no.
Battle beneath the God's Eye in late 43 AC with Maegor in Old Town doing a bunch of stuff. Rhaena and Aegon took advantage of Maegor's half-year absence from King's Landing. They managed to successfully infiltrate the capital with the help of several collaborators. However, they did not dare seize the Iron Throne, knowing that they couldn't hold it. Instead, they had come for Rhaena's Dreamfyre and for the dragon for Aegon. Sorry, I don't know why my reading's getting worse. I got to loosen up a little bit. They left King's Landing flying side by side, Rhaena on Dreamfyre and Aegon on their late father's Quicksilver. The couple returned to the Westerlands to assemble an army, which they gathered at Pink Maiden Castle, which isn't in the Westerlands. But that is literally how the sentence is structured in Fire and Blood, is they returned to the Westerlands and then gathered an army at Pink Maiden. It's like, Pink Maiden's in the Riverlands.
Yeah, maybe they were marching through the Westerlands.
They must have went to the Westerlands.
Progressing down towards more the center.
And then maybe they sent out banners like, we all meet at Pink Maiden.
Yeah, because if I recall correctly, the Pipers are closer to the Golden Tooth than some of the other houses. On even
yes.
The Piper in the books is like he's one of the first to do battle with the Lannisters because he's
him and Vance of Wayfarer's Rest.
Yeah, there's a couple that are kind of on the border. All that.
Here, I'm just gonna look up Pink Maiden Castle. With the
it's in the southwest. I forget which one is supposedly which one is supposed to be more north or south, or if
it looks like it's definitely really close to Golden Tooth. I don't know where
the Pipers are not super far from the Golden Tooth because they're early on. They're like skirmishing with the Lannister forces because of proximity. So I know they're close-ish.
Damn Lannisters. Damn wars.
Goddamn Lannisters. Goddamn Lannisters. Get out my lawn.
I've been rewatching South Park and that episode just came up.
Nice. I can't judge because I'm rewatching Beavis and Butthead. So
that's good. Yeah.
I made the mistake.
I watched the new ones and I liked them. I like the
the new ones are amazing. If you were an old Beavis and Butthead fan,
King of the Hill was quite funny. I thought
I really enjoyed it. It took a second to get going,
they kept the magic, and I'm really hoping for a season 2 coming up.
I literally just told my wife, because we rewatched all of King of the Hill, and it's whatever, 16 seasons or whatever, or 13 seasons. And then that's 13 seasons, right? It's a good chunk. And then the new stuff comes out, and it's only one season. Oh man!
Well, I think they're waiting for renewal right now. They were like waiting to get appearance on the new season, but I hope they get it because it's just like I think it's really funny.
The Dale voice is hard to get used to, but you can't fault them there. I mean,
I do wish they had him show up with an electrolarynx from the smoking.
Yeah. Oh, that would have been cool.
That would have been funny.
I don't really. Maybe it's controversial, but I don't like Khan's voice. It's the dude from Daily Show, but it's just
Khan's voice was changed a bit, and then the unfortunate thing too is that the guy who played John Redcorn was fucking murdered, and so there's no more John Redcorn.
King of the Hill has been renewed for 2 more seasons.
Oh, nice. Okay, so it's a shame because I love John Redcorn, so I was like,
so he was still in this season with the actor's voice, but he was murdered after that. So.
Yeah,
but still really sad.
It's fucking sad. It was just
absolutely. I remember when that happened.
Is anybody following that case for their charges? And
I don't want to get.
I was not following really it, but the whole circumstances are absolutely fucking disgusting. It's just insane.
And for multiple reasons, I want to move on. But I want to just say it was very messy when I was paying attention to it. Okay. So. Maegor's half a year absence. They went and got the dragons. They returned. Pink Maiden Castle. That's where we stopped. When Aegon marched to war against Maegor, bad decision. Rhaena did not accompany him, staying at Pink Maiden with her daughters. It is not known whose decision it was, or if the presence of Dreamfyre would have even made a difference in the end. In the battle beneath the God's Eye, Aegon and Quicksilver were easily killed by Maegor and Balerion, the Black Dread, and Aegon's army was slaughtered. When Rhaena received the news of her deaths of her husband, Aegon, and her loyal friend, Melanie Piper, who donned mail and fought in the battle, she responded with a stony silence in saying, "I do not have time for tears." Rhaena then took her daughters and fled to Lannisport, and from there to Fair Isle, where she was given sanctuary in Faircastle by Lord Mark Farmen, whose family had pledged to Aegon's cause. Rhaena's elder daughter, we went with Aerea. Aerea could now claim the right to be the rightful queen of the Seven Kingdoms, but as she and her twin Rhaella were barely a year old, Rhaena worked quickly to protect them from Maegor's wrath. She disguised the girls and set them away with allies who placed them in foster families who had no idea of their true identities. So immediately put them somewhere safe. But I was going to say something. What was I going to say? Besides, this is like the start of the Farmans, but Melanie Piper. What was Aegon?
What the fuck was he thinking?
What an idiot. Well, and also, if I didn't get into the battle beneath the God's Eye, but he has a really large army, and there's 3 armies coming up on him, and they're like, okay, so we march on one of them and take them out because we could easily eat 3 small armies.
Yeah, they could
all 3 of them do. Yep, and he said there's no honor in that and just camped. Wow. And then the 3, idiot. And then the 3 just gathered, and then Blair and the Black Dread showed up, and they just got slaughtered.
Maybe he just felt like he was going to die no matter what, so he's like, go out.
I think he was arrogant. I think he's the prince. True, I think he knew he was going to get the crown because he has to, because he was told he gets it. He didn't think he had to earn it or fight his crazy uncle. His crazy incest uncle.
Yeah, the way to
do it's not just arrogance. There is really that
assassinate Maegor. That's the way to get rid of him.
Well, yeah.
there really is that concept of not doing the proper thing in battle because it's not honorable.
Yeah.
Allegedly,
Robert is considered to be quite the honorable battle person, and he often,
he literally in the Battle of Summerhall,
he often picks the smart choice. He breaks up 3 armies, I think. Again,
he literally does that same thing.
Because it's the smart way to go.
I didn't say it was an intelligent decision.
Yeah. So I'm just saying.
But allegedly, I don't know if this is.
It seems like you're allowed to win wars honorably as long as you're doing the fighting. It's like
I do not know.
That seems more like a stupid pride decision than like a required pride decision.
I killed 50 men.
Oh, also, like, let's be honest, whether the armies got together or not, he wasn't beating Balerion on a tiny dragon, right?
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
Like, it probably didn't matter.
He just had poor planning. Let's say. Because
Yeah,
the way to do it would have been to bust up those armies piecemeal if you could, but you really needed to sack Maegor through an assassination first and make an alliance with the Faith.
Yeah, like what Jaehaerys did. All right, moving on.
Also, Taco, I'm sure we will get into it, but Maegor Mule theory is the idea that he was some sort of like weird breed of magic person so that he couldn't have offspring in the way that mules can't reproduce because they're a weird breed.
Yeah. I've heard similar theories to that, like climate
all that random
syndrome,
talk. I just did a video with Interesting Nerd Club going off about that, but I've heard it now theories of Taina resurrecting him after his trial of 7, and the reason why all of his kids after that were stillborn, and they were described the same way that Dany's stillborn kid was described, and that a blood magic ritual then destroys said babies, and the connection between maybe she used blood magic to resurrect Maegor, and that's why all of his kids were freaks afterwards. That was really messed up stillbirths. I didn't know how to go with that.
Dead.
But
the freaks are going to get offended.
Yeah, well, I don't know.
Let's not.
I was gonna say something else. Oh, and then the theory I just pitched is that Taina, the Raven is what they call her, is actually warging and being talked to by a future Blood Raven. And Blood Raven is telling her to poison all of the babies because she constantly is giving people potions and stuff and constantly tending over everybody. And also straight up kills one of the heirs, Viserys, to just get rid of all of Maegor's possible babies. So it's exactly what Blood Raven's doing later on when he's Hand, but he's just doing it via communicating to a Raven. Taina. But yeah, that was a crazy theory I got after.
No, I like the idea of the poisoning the heirs. I don't know about Bloodraven doing it necessarily.
Well, that's what makes it.
I do like, because I like the idea of him manipulating things in his own timeline and seeing to it that all the heirs are killed off in the right order to make sure Egg gets on the throne and yada yada yada. So like it would be a nice parallel to something he's
so
doing.
Why is but Taina's like pretty much and then another idea they had is when I brought this theory up, that maybe it's not connecting. Maybe it's literally a Master of Whispers like conspiracy. Like all the Masters of Whispers know about it. And because Larry's also kind of gets rid of and manipulates where the heirs go. And he's kind of in charge like a little bit. And maybe like Masters of Whispers push it down.
Yeah, it just seems like a well-known tactic within the world for schemers. Like people understand how inheritance works. So if you're a schemy kind of person, you understand to manipulate the inheritance. You can kind of manipulate the throne, or the house or whatever you're talking about.
I don't know. It's kind of really Cindy, not Cindy. I believe you need. I like you're definitely entitled to your opinions, but I did a large Taina video that comes out on Saturday, and dude, I hate her. Like, I think she's super evil. And even going off of not poisoning, she still tortures multiple people to death. Like, she still does a lot of sick stuff. But I don't know. Maybe that's just me. But
the Maesters are bad with history.
Yeah, and you're right. And that's totally true.
The truth could lie somewhere in the middle, or it could lie on either end. There's always reasons to distrust certain things that are said by
I also hate
characters.
Blanket. Maybe it's just tied too much to the real world, but there's something about the we don't believe scientists that I hate. We don't trust any Maesters. Is the world flat then?
Like, George is playing on manipulations of real world history, because history is something. Like if you think about the memory laws today in Russia, or if you think about how the Trump administration handles history, not to get too political. Many people have an opinion about history, and their opinion is history should have happened the way I say it should have happened.
Did you say memory laws in Russia?
the memory laws, about the Second World
What's
War
that?
and all kinds of stuff. I'll explain it later on.
Basically, there is a state-mandated historiography of World War II.
There you go.
It's state-mandated history is the way to say it. But like, the most interesting thing I've heard about it is, for example, the developers of what was it? One of the World War II games. They're still like they have like warrants out for them in Russia because of the portrayal of Soviet war crimes in their game, where it's like, but this is true of tons of countries. There are lots of places, and all throughout human history, people have thought the same thing about history, which is it should have happened the way I said it happened. And if you say different, you can get fucked.
All right,
it's not unique to any one part of the world. Everyone does it,
Yes, I agree. I want to move on. I just don't want to say anything.
Gets you deported.
No, well, yeah, but also, I don't know who my fans are. I don't know who's watching. I don't know political views. I'm not going to assume everybody has a say. And then we start
Mad Donnell Lawston. Mad Donnell Lawston's kind of based on two characters. That's like Bathany or Barthany, and then Giles de Rais. Well, both of them are accused of these really horrible crimes, but when modern historians look back at, they're like, well, is there any real evidence?
Elizabeth Bathory, absolutely.
It turns into a bit of an argument about whether or not it actually happened, or whether or not people were wanting to say things happened.
I agree with what you're saying, and especially the strong women are sorceresses thing that has happened in A Song of Ice and Fire and our real world. Although I do want to say Elizabeth Bathory. They just found a bunch of dead bodies in her backyard, like hundreds. Like that's one where it's like, oh, that's just propaganda. No, like we know that she was just killing.
So I just pulled up her Wikipedia page, and they're
serial killer.
They're like Countess Elizabeth Bathory Esked was a Hungarian noblewoman and serial killer. I was like, what?
So that's not like one of them like. We're like Catherine the Great, like that. They said horrible stuff because she was a powerful woman, so she was probably bathing in blood or whatever. No, none of that's true. But like Elizabeth Bathory, no, like straight up serial killer, hundreds of people. But I was just having this conversation with my wife because we were thinking about getting a dog, and we always name our animals after historical figures, and we were looking at different women, and I was looking at first ladies. And my wife was looking at female serial killers. That's the route that we were taking. And she pitched Elizabeth Bathory, and I'm like, I don't know, maybe we'll talk about it. So we were just talking.
She and her servants were charged, right?
Yeah.
They were all found guilty.
Yes.
They get executed, and she got life in prison.
Yes, but that is how it works.
It pays to be noble and not a servant, right?
Right.
Wait, are you saying that she committed suicide in jail? Moving on. All right.
Oh boy. I wanted to say
Elizabeth Bathory didn't kill herself.
I just wanted to point out that here we get that
jet fuel can't melt London Bridge.
Stop!
Sorry, I'm done.
I was about to just point out that I
think you don't trust maesters. All right, keep going.
No, I want to hear Andy.
Yeah, me too.
I was just going to point out that as far as how far it goes into Fire and Blood, I think this is about here where we get hints about Rhaena being a lesbian. And let's be real, totally a lesbian.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we got
hints at it early on.
It's been cropping up quite a bit of her preferring the company of women and having a lot of close female confidants. And
what was the really... I want to find because he wasn't here yet. I want to find the really...
They were roommates.
Yeah, there was something early on where they were like, oh, more than friends already. So, yeah. But, yeah, I mean, we're going to talk about the tragedy that is Rhaena Targaryen once we have barely scratched the surface of Rhaena, and we're an hour and 20 minutes in. But, yeah, the idea that she was gay but is constantly being forced to marry men, and a lot of them are, one of them's a monster. Two of them are monsters, and the other one's her brother. So it's not like of course she's probably not huge on heterosexual marriages because there's nothing but horrible. And we'll talk about all that later on.
Do you think Cersei is bi or gay?
She's definitely bi.
Yeah,
I mean, I think she is bi at the very least.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely was more dom than anything else. It was her taking control of somebody, and it was sexual assault. So, but at the same time,
I mean, she was experimenting. She was trying to behave like Robert to see if she could get the same satisfaction, and then she didn't. So I'm wondering if she just never did it again.
Very risque topic that isn't connected. So maybe we shouldn't. This is a very high risk with very low payoff. So I'm gonna step away from that topic.
Vagina.
Right. Stop, dude. Did we already kill Aegon? Aegon just died, right? I have no tears. Yeah. Go to Mark Farmen. Oh yeah, something Yeah, we finished this one. Moving on. Black Brides. The ruse ensured that Rhaena was unaware of where her daughters have been hidden, so she could not reveal their whereabouts under torture. Rhaena also disguised herself, though it was impossible to disguise her dragon Dreamfyre. Yeah, that's... How do you know I was Rhaena? You got a dragon, but I dyed my hair. Yeah, no.
Dragon's wearing a fake mustache.
Felt the need to mention that.
I love the idea of a dragon like dressed as a dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Big tree.
Emotional support.
I like the glasses with the mustache. Is that what you said? Just like two of them are... Wait, that's a fucking dragon. No, it's a dude. Therefore, she remained on Fair Isle, only wondering how long it will be until Maegor sent for her. And it was said that on Fair Isle, Rhaena grew more than fond with Lord Mark Farman's second son, Androw, which we'll get to. But we all know that she was really into his sister, Elissa. Yeah.
Isn't Androw the name of like a gas station pill?
I don't know. What?
I think it's just supposed to be Andrew, but written differently.
Yeah, written Georgie. Yeah, dog costume.
Okay.
Yeah. Damn dragon dogs. If there were dragons, there would be like cute Halloween costumes for them, just like how there's cute Halloween costumes for dogs. I'm just
little
saying,
bandanas.
Yeah, it would exist.
Or actually, I'm sorry, huge bandanas.
Well, the ones that like...
Do they wear them at the top of the neck or the bottom?
No, like the ones that make... Yeah. That was a whole Glidus thing where he kept showing Caraxes and not knowing where the tie's supposed to go. So
that was a meme for a while with a Brontosaurus.
But... Yeah, is it this or this? No one knows. Okay. Where was I? Maegor the Cruel. Yeah. So in 47 AC, like, I don't know if it's because I'm tired or what, but like I'm already getting like the words are dancing in front of me and I'm struggling. So bear with me. In 47 AC, King Maegor, who still had no heir despite having married 3 women at this point, when needing more brides, Maegor, Lord Daemon Valerian advised Maegor to wed Rhaena to unite their claims and prevent new rebellions. So it's kind of like what Visendi was saying earlier on, right? And to gain her as a hostage against any potential schemes of Dowager Queen Elissa. Later that year, Maegor summoned Rhaena to King's Landing, and not wanting the Farmans destroyed, she did not defy him. At the Red Keep, Maegor married Rhaena in a triple ceremony, together with Eleanor Costain and Jane Westerling. As the 3 women were all widows of men that Maegor has killed, they became known as the Black Brides. I'm really glad that I just did the Taina the Tower video. Like, it's not out yet, but I'm really fresh in this. A lot of this is fresh in my mind. But I was gonna say, by the time of this, he was only down to 1 queen. Like before it's because his Cerise Hightower ended up dying, and Alice Haraway ended up dying. Cerise Hightower her throat was slit. Possibly, and so we don't really know what happened there. No, she was gonna get her tongue cut out for saying something, but then she slipped and the Kingsguard cut her throat instead. Yep. Although we're not really sure what happened. And then the other one was Elissa Haraway, and she had a miscarriage or stillborn baby, and then Maegor murdered her entire family because of it, which is something you do. Yeah, you just kill the entire, just instinct the entire house. Why not?
It's good to be the king.
Which is funny because that basically made, like, if I think about it, like how his wives are in the timeline, I think Tiana is like the one that was the longest married to him.
Yeah, yep, absolutely. Because she only dies a little bit before he dies. Like it's like a little after that. So yeah, she comes in third, pretty much his entire reign, Tiana. And by the end of that, by even this part, by the time they bring in the Black Brides, he wasn't even sexually into her anymore. Like they didn't even bed anymore. Like
so, it's like a Charlie Kirk situation.
Jesus, can we not? Jesus Christ, not touching that with a 6-foot Maegor.
Yeah, let's not.
Oh my God, dude. All right, where were we? Not on this slide at all.
No.
Black Brides, yeah. Although many believe that Rhaena would be a defiant at the wedding, Maegor's mistress of whispers, Tiana, there we go, revealed that she had found Aerea and Rhaena and ensured Rhaena's cooperation. So like she thought her daughters were hidden, and then as like guests at the wedding, it's like, hey, what do you think of these? Do you want to hang out with your daughters? So it was like clearly like a threat, like, hey, we have your kids. Don't do
Imagine if she like pretended that they weren't hers, or like she didn't recognize them.
I don't know those girls at all. What are you talking about?
You guys got the wrong ones.
Yeah. Rhaena spoke her vows icily, and she would later claim during the wedding night that she attempted to kill Maegor with a dagger hidden beneath her pillow, but it didn't work out. All right, moving on. Death of Maegor, thank God. Following the wedding, Maegor declared Rhaena's elder daughter Aerea as his heir until he had sons of his own. I love this picture so much. I just love this little girl looking up at Maegor the Cruel, like it's his little heir. I think it's adorable.
It's Mini Me and Dr. Evil.
Yeah, I freaking love it. Yeah. Well, disinheriting Rhaena's younger brother Jaehaerys in the same decree. Yeah, so it's like two birds with one stone. He names Aerea his heir, and now he has an heir, but also now Jaehaerys isn't next in line. Rhaena should be next in line. Visenia's younger daughter, Rhaena, was sent to Old Town to be trained as a septa. Rhaena herself remained at the Red Keep until 48 AC. When she learned that her youngest brother Jaehaerys has announced his claim to the Iron Throne, she escapes King's Landing in the night on Dreamfyre to join the cause at Storm's End. Rhaena also took her daughter Aerea and Valyrian steel sword Blackfyre, which she stole from Maegor when he slept. Enraged, clearly, Maegor sent a rider to Old Town, commanding Lord Hightower to behead Rhaena as punishment for Rhaena's betrayal. Lord Hightower refused and instead imprisoned the messenger. Woo! Following Maegor's death, Rhaena and her siblings Jaehaerys and Elisane flew on their dragons to King's Landing to claim the throne for Jaehaerys, or as I call him, Jerry. Oh, there we go. I need a break. You got anything?
First of all, rare Hightower W.
Huh? Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, the Hightower. Yeah, Hightower win. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, rare Hightower win right here.
Yeah, that's like one of the only ones.
Yeah, something like that. But no, more seriously, it's kind of interesting, and I'm sure we'll get into that as we continue in this slide. But it, like, the official history implies that Rhaena was totally fine with Jaehaerys getting the throne, which I'm not sure that's necessarily. Like,
yeah, wait for the next slide. Or the rest of the slide.
I mean, at this moment in time. I mean.
Oh wait, no, she does directly say.
Yes, she does.
I'm about to state that she herself agreed that the crown should go to Jaehaerys. I think what a lot of it is her not wanting to be in King's Landing, her hating King's Landing, her hating court. I think, and that all gets brought up later, but I think it's less about her wanting to rule more than her not believing that she deserves it. Because there's definitely is resent towards, like, Alysanne more than anything. Like, she has a lot, and we'll get to it later, but she has a lot of resentment towards Alysanne for being the queen more than she has for Jaehaerys being a king, which is interesting.
I think she resents both of them, honestly. But that's also mainly because
she just treats Alysanne worse. But
yeah, obviously.
Yeah. I mean, like, a lot of times she'll go and talk to Jerry. She's rude to everybody. But, you know, she works with Jerry. But anytime, and we'll get to it, but anytime Alysanne, like, reaches out to her bigger sister, she just super icy to her. Like, dude, back off. You have my throne, F off. Like, she's way more mean. But, yeah, that's future stuff. I don't know why I'm talking about it now. We have so much still. It could be, definitely could have been a shadow assassin. Definitely also could have just been the people there not wanting to get, like, imagine what you would do knowing that you guys couldn't defend. So it's like, Maegor being alive means that everybody in the Red Keep's going to get put to the sword. Like, you kill Maegor and you get to not die, like, essentially. Like, I don't know. I think that anyone in that Red Keep could have killed him. So.
It probably was the 2 Kingsguard, honestly. Yeah. That would be my money.
There's 2, not Kingsguard, but there's 2 random guys, the last 2 to see him. They're not the Kingsguard, but it's 2 other people.
I think it's Lords Brosby and Stokeworth.
Yeah, that sounds right. But, like, they were there. And also, he fell on the Iron Throne. How easy is it to kill somebody with a pile of swords? You just have to throw them. Push them. It's like, literally, it's a pile of swords.
Defends itself.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, that's the wall.
Yeah, the throne defends itself. It kind of does.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Sorry, did I derail?
No. I'm just reading stuff. I'm reading comments. I'm not good at it. And we are... Is Random still there?
Random?
Oh, yeah, sorry. I'm still here. Sorry.
Dude, you've been quiet for a while. I'll just assume you left.
I was actually trying to read some academic papers on Elizabeth Barthany because I was confused. You said that there were bodies found, and I can't find any evidence of that.
Oh, really? Then I might be wrong.
No,
I thought
also, just a note from someone who I'm not a professional historian. My degree is in history, though. Like, don't trust Wikipedia. Check the sources on Wikipedia. But no, apparently the debate is still raging, but I'm
my bad.
University of Cambridge, there was a doctorate woman who published a book on this recently, and some the debate still appears to be there, but I couldn't find any evidence of the book. I was just curious because I was like, was I there about this?
Maybe I might have it also random. I might have it tied up with some other thing too, but I get most of my history from podcasts.
Things always change. Like, I'll give you a fun note on this. So for many, many, many years, it was assumed that there was nowhere near the amount of women warriors in Scythia. And it became like almost a legend within historian circles that there were not. And then they did archaeological research, and they proved that roughly, I think it was 1/5 of the skeletons discovered in Scythian warrior graves are actually women.
We're all women.
But historians, like doctorate-carrying historians, were making the argument that certain Scythian warriors were actually just small men with weird pelvis bones. Like, that's how gender-biased things get. So
that's some gender bias.
I'm always open to the idea that I could be wrong. So I was trying to look around and be like, was I wrong on this one? Did new scholarship break the mold and find bodies or something?
I thought that she was the one that, like, we were really clear on, but I might be thinking
it's not entirely clear, sadly. No,
you're probably thinking of that lady in New Orleans.
A fair bit of debate, but the thing that really gets me is that the confessions that they did get in the 1600s were done under torture, and you can't really trust that. And then the numbers are all over the place, where it's like she's charged with 80, but some were saying 650, and so like it reeks of weirdness. And I'm sure it'd be very difficult to prove. But
random.
I was curious because I had done that video.
I don't want this to keep going.
Delphine Lalaurie.
The other person I was thinking of was definitely European. Was a different. I think it was a little more recent though. But I don't want to keep talking about this because I have
no, we're getting so far off track.
We have 10 slides left.
I was just curious because I looked it up to do that that House Lofton video, and I was like, "Fuck, was I wrong about that?"
No, you're probably no, it's all good because when I talked about House Lofton, I always bring up Elizabeth Bathory too. So,
so you're saying we don't.
With
she is the inspiration for the Countess from Diablo 2. So regardless of if she did it or not, that's badass that she inspired a Diablo 2 character, right? You know,
he also is definitely an inspiration for Matt Donnell, regardless of whether she actually did it IRL or not.
Same thing with Giles de Rais. I think the black armor thing came from Giles de Rais, and also hotly debated topic as far as I'm aware. So anyhow,
I'm gonna move on
back to Targaryens.
I don't know why we don't have time to get derailed by talking about how Antonio Brown was just extradited from Dubai for attempted murder charges. Antonio Brown, the receiver who took his shirt off and then tossed it into the crowd and left the field.
The diva himself.
No, we do not have
one of the greatest receivers of the last couple decades, but complete head case.
Yeah, we don't have time to talk about
being the man who has more of an ego than Narcissus.
I dipped my feet into liquid nitrogen to help me run faster, guy.
What?
I literally just watched.
Literally happened.
I literally just saw an episode of Family Guy today where they made a joke about how the first thing like professional athletes do after getting millions in salary is go murder someone.
Jesus Christ.
Can we please? Like, not only do I have 10 slides left, but it seems like all of our tangents are really messed up today.
I know all of our tangents are about
a full moon,
murder.
All right.
It's clearly a full moon.
We are
it's also a beaver moon, I believe, which I don't remember.
We're talking about Rhaena, which is just a life of tragedy.
What is a beaver moon?
I
don't know. I just saw a headline.
I'm going to start talking. So afterwards, discussions arose as to who had the better claim for the Iron Throne. Some suggested that Rhaena's claim as firstborn child of Aenys was the strongest. Her gender argued against that because of sexism and stuff. However, Rhaena herself had come to loathe King's Landing. The claims of her daughters were argued for as well. If Maegor was a usurper, the true king would have been Rhaena's husband Aegon. As such, some suggested the throne should pass to one of his daughters, Aerea or Rhaena. The young girl did not have much support, however, and Rhaena herself argued that the crown should go to Jaehaerys instead. So yeah, pretty much everything we just said.
Yeah, and here we have the whole situation that kind of pops up then again later when it comes to the whole Rhaenyra.
We will talk about the twin swap. It's not there yet.
No, I'm not talking about the twin swap.
No, I know. I brought up. Somebody commented and then
in the chat.
Yeah. Somebody asked about the twin.
Oh, Cindy's asked. Of course. My bad. I was just going to say, it's very interesting here that this is something that then happens again, this whole situation about who should inherit and the whole gender stuff. Because remember, this is even before there's the whole Council of One of One.
Yeah,
so you can't even argue that.
Which they use later on, they use as precedent, but it was before that. No, women were never going to inherit, period. They always have to come up with a reason later on. But
and that's kind of the Westerosi norm, right? Even prior to Targaryen conquest, it's kind of like a patriarchal thing.
Some cultures.
Okay.
Here's the thing, though. As
I
far as
we're all patriarchal, but maybe I'm mistaken.
At least as far as we can tell, as far as the laws of Westeros would have gone, Rhaena should not have gotten the throne, but Aerea or Rhaena should have.
Yeah.
It's daughter before uncle.
Yeah,
that's a rule in Westeros.
Although Rhaena could have because she was older than Aegon. But yeah.
I mean, technically she could have in theory, but at the same time,
Visenya was older than Aegon the Conqueror, and Visenya didn't get the throne.
On Dorne, does the 10,000 ships? I'm forgetting her name.
Nymeria?
Does Nymeria is she the one who introduces female inheritance?
Yeah,
is that always a Dorish thing?
No, it's a Rhoynish tradition.
It's the Rhoynish tradition of absolute primogeniture, as opposed to
So like the stony Dornish houses, they'd be more pro male heir.
No, they would be if they weren't conquered by everywhere in Dorne follows that.
Okay,
essentially brother before sister, but essentially Andal tradition is daughter before sister, brother. Brother before sister, daughter before uncle.
Okay.
So
yeah.
So the heir of Aenys should have been through Aegon, Rhaena, not Jaehaerys, but sexism happens, and also their kids.
And what's first man tradition? Like what's the first man tradition?
First man seems to be just.
If there's a dude, it's the dude.
Yeah. So first men are more solid patriarchal. Andals are a little bit more.
There has never been in whatever 8,000 years. There has never been a Lady Stark. Do a
ruling lady of Winterfell.
There has never been a lady.
There's never been
Winterfell,
there's never been a woman
which is
ruler
not possible. Literally,
I think that isn't that kind of what the wolves of Winterfell was supposed to be? Is they don't have a good male heir, whenever it was the she wolves, and so all the kind of women are sort of running the house or whatever.
Yep. It's kind of more like the Lord Stark is dying and the heir is a kid, and there's a history of kids being skipped over for uncles. That happened like 30 years before. That story is supposed to happen during the Skagos Wars.
So the first men like the strongest male to rule the house. If you're a baby boy, they won't let you have it.
It's complicated. They kind of have a mixed system of tanistry and this primogeniture, but male only.
Okay.
Neither here nor there, so I'm getting back to it. Go on.
Sorry.
No, it's all good. I'm sorry if I'm getting more dictatory and more pushy, but I'm just getting anxiety about an hour and 45 minutes in, and we're not even halfway done. So
you're perfectly fine, Taco.
Yeah, I know. I don't like fucking guys. We need to get going just because I respect all of you dudes, and you're only here because I'm asked you. Because you want to be here and you're being nice about it, so I don't want to be a fucking dick.
I'm honestly blown away you haven't played the Stay on Target yet.
Well, I looked for it earlier and I couldn't find it, but I found it now. Bitch. No, I tried. I was like, where is it? But no, I got it now. So, all right. Marriage to Andrew. Is everyone just okay if I just say Andrew?
Yeah.
Andrew sounds really, it's like hard.
Just don't call him Prince Andrew.
Yeah, well, I can't even call that guy Prince Andrew anymore. That's just Andrew. Good old Andrew Windsor.
Yeah, that's just Mr. Mountbatten Windsor.
Yeah, just Mr. Stupid name.
He's just Mr. England now.
Yeah.
Right. I'm named after a castle.
Yeah. Stupid. All right. In late 48 AC, is everyone paying attention to the years? Come on. Rhaena traveled to Old Town. Of course, you are, Andy. Rhaena traveled to Old Town for the coronation of Jaehaerys in the Starry Sept. 9 days later, Jaehaerys departed Old Town for King's Landing with Rhaena's elder daughter, Aerea, while the younger sister, Rhaena, remained at Starry Sept. Did I say Stony Sept earlier? Starry Sept, as a novice sworn to the faith. At the time, it was widely believed that someone had switched Rhaena's twin daughters, disguising Aerea as Rhaena and Rhaena as Aerea, as their personalities have shifted. With Aerea now more bold and adventurous, and Rhaena now more timid and quiet.
That's one of my favorite stories from this. Sorry, go on.
It's all good. Archmaester Gildain had suggested that either Rhaena or her mother, Dowager Queen Elissa, was the person responsible for the switch. Aerea was the heir to the Iron Throne until Jaehaerys had children of his own, and Rhaena accompanied Jaehaerys to the. So let's talk about the switch really quick.
Yeah, I wanted to ask, what was the purpose of the switch?
So that's my biggest problem. My biggest problem with the switch is there's no narrative reason.
Yeah, that confused the hell out of me. I was like, why? What's the point? Like,
I have an idea.
The only thing I can think of is that there's not a narrative reason, but there's a personal reason that doesn't help the story, and that is just like Aerea wasn't killing it, like wasn't liking this, and the other one wasn't liking it, and then they switched. Like it was between them. but like narrative.
Yeah, that was the impression I got the first time.
Yeah, but like structure reason, storytelling reason, I don't have.
So, do you think it had to do with like Rhaena's
absolutely?
personal
Andrew's one of the most evil
experiences?
characters.
Do you think that Rhaena saw that one daughter was not, not wanting the position, and so she was like, "I'll do this," or would she have been out of the loop? Like, I guess that's also what's confusing me is who's doing the one orchestrating the switch.
Yeah, I always thought the girls were.
Okay, like, so you thought the twins did it themselves, and then other people.
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting. I was wondering. If
they weren't in on it, they probably would have said something.
Yeah, I was wondering if Rhaena had like a reason, like related to the Shire child not wanting to be married or whatever, and she's like, I want to let the child that is the bolder one who wants the throne or whatever to get closer to power, and I'm letting the child who's more like me take the sideline or something. I'm like.
Here's my idea. There's a couple of reasons, but primarily I think the switch was done because Aerea was just not really, like both Aerea and Rhaena were not fitting in the current environments, because we know that Aerea prior to the switch was this shy girl, and Rhaena was the one that was more boastful and outgoing and more headstrong.
They didn't fit their roles, like one as a scepter, the other one as a queen.
So there's like two options as I see it. One of them is that Rhaena saw that and did it for her own daughters and switched them around without telling anyone in order to, in order to keep the name Aerea as heir, but she just switched them around. But also to keep them happy. The other one is more that Queen Elissa and Rhaegar were involved in that because they thought that Rhaena might be bad, or at least Elissa was. I think Elissa is also a suspect.
It says here it possibly was Elissa. Yeah.
What would be Elissa's motivation? Like she just doesn't like one kid, or
she might think that Aerea is just not cut out for it as a potential heir.
Or one's easier to control.
She looks at the shy one and she's like, "You're not gonna hack it," and she takes the bold one and she's like, "You can hack it," or like what?
Something like that.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna move on. Yeah, no, it like I said, like I find it interesting, but like there's no payoff later on, and that's what annoys me about it.
Yeah.
Moving. I don't know why I didn't hit the enter bar. Now we're at Rhaena because these are definitely two paragraphs. At Rhaena accompanied Jaehaerys on his return journey to Highgarden, but from there she flew to Fair Isle. In the second week of 49 AC, Rhaena married Mark's second son, Andrew, in a quick and small ceremony. Lord Farman proceeded over the wedding, and guests included Lord Lyman Lannister, Lady Jocasta, and two of Rhaena's friends, Samantha Stokeworth and Elaine Royce.
Hey, there's Samantha Stokeworth again.
Yeah, I like that a lot of her favorites, like, don't go away. Like, they always pop up again.
Also, way to reference Elaine from the main series here.
Elaine Royce. Oh, yeah, Elaine Stone and Randa Royce fusion danced into one.
Yeah, that's George doing references to.
Yeah, he references himself. He sniffs his own farts a lot.
Do you think that's what the baby swap thing is about? Do you think he's trying to just make us curious about baby swaps? We think about it more in the series. Like,
probably, maybe.
Baby swap baiting us.
I don't know. He has two people named Queen Jane Westerling. We only know of 3 Westerlings, and 2 of them are named Jane and are queen. So
we know more than 3.
We don't know too many Westerlings.
But we know more than 3. We know more than that. We know there's 4 Westerling kids of
1,
Sybil
2,
Spicer.
3, 4, 5, 6. All right, and then okay, you win. Screw up. No one likes you, Andrew. I forgot about Harold Westerling.
You also forgot about
Jane's
siblings.
Yeah. I thought she had 1. That's why I went with 3.
No, she has 3.
And I wasn't going to call Sybil Spicer a Westerling. I was going to fight you on that. I was going to call her.
No. I was not talking about Sybil. I was talking about Jane's siblings.
Yeah, I forgot.
An older brother,
I thought she had 1. I thought she just had Reynold. Yeah, I didn't know about the two.
There's Elena and there's Rollum.
Yeah, Rollum. What a horrible name, Rollum. Roll
them if you got them.
Yeah, roll them
if you got them.
Funny enough, I don't think that's the only time there's a Rollum in the story. I think there's also that name.
Huh.
Roll them.
Makes you think of
roll out
Rollos
the barrel.
I'm wrong.
The only one I could find, yeah.
No, I'm wrong. Okay.
All right. Roll them.
I imagined that or something.
I love it that whenever now I'm gonna tangent. I'm gonna get back to it myself. But whenever you come across a dumb name and then you find out like Mern, and it's like Mern the 10th, and it's like you named 10 guys Mern? Mern? What are you talking about, George? It's
it's Merle, but with an N at the end.
Yeah, I love George's name.
Or Merv.
Yeah, or Marv.
Yeah.
Mern.
Merv Griffin.
Are you saying that the Dixie Chicks murdered a guy named Mern? Is that a topical reference?
It is, yes.
It is.
No, it's Earl. It's Earl, not Merle. Damn it. Merle Haggard. That's what I was thinking of.
It's
way off.
Oh yeah.
My name is Merle.
My name is Mern. Mern the 10th. New Hand, where are we?
Days after the wedding, that's where we were.
Did you know they changed their names to the Chicks? Sorry.
Yeah.
Funny.
Because Dixie was mean to them.
Moving on.
I mean, unironically, a little bit.
I thought it was just because they finally looked up why Dixies are called from the Mason-Dixon line and learned it was a little messed up and then backed off. Days after the wedding, a raven was sent to King's Landing to inform the new king of the marriage. Rhaena's mother, Queen Regent Elissa, was deeply offended that she had neither been informed nor invited to the wedding. According to the chroniclers in King's Landing, this caused a rift between the pair. New Hand Lord Rhaegar Baratheon was furious that Rhaena did not ask the crown's leave to wed. Well, she's a queen too, so screw up. However, the news was welcomed by King Jaehaerys himself and their sister, Queen Alysanne, who dispatched gifts in celebration. I love that. I love that, like, Rhaegar, is it Robar or Rhaegar? It's Rhaegar.
Rhaegar.
Yeah, Rhaegar.
It used to be Rhaegar.
Yeah.
But then he made up his mind, and there's a definitive version of it now.
They changed it at Ellis Island.
Yeah, no, so I love that there's that Rhaegar and Elissa are like, what'd you get married? Blah, 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 blah. And they're like, oh, congrats. And then the other two just send gifts like, oh, whatever.
To be fair, they're like 14.
And they're about to do it too. Where like the reason why Rhaegar and Elissa are pissed have nothing to do with who she married, but that she married and that she didn't do it for a political gain. That they couldn't use her wedding as a poker chip, which weddings are poker chips to royals because they're all messed up, right? They're messed up people. So that they didn't get to play that political card. That's why they're pissed. And of course,
Elissa
and Alysanne are about to do that.
I would agree with you on Elissa being that. Rhaegar, though, I think he's more pissed because he thinks that Rhaena might be trying to make a bid of her own and be a threat.
If she married,
wants power.
No, if she married anyone other than Androw Farmen. Like, if she married a Lannister, I bet he would be freaking out. But she married the second son of Mark Farman. Not exactly.
Yeah, but the fact that Lyman Lannister was there already said a lot.
Son of Mark Farman, not exactly a illustrious name in the kingdom.
I'm sorry, but he's not. But no, I do get what you're saying. But I think it's.
I think Rhaegar and Elissa are not on the same page.
We're ultimately agreeing. Well, that the reason why they're mad is nothing to do with who she married, but it's the political thing of her getting married.
And also, it's also disrespectful and seen as her defying the crown without that she didn't ask for leave.
Yeah, absolutely. But the point I was trying to make is the reason why Jerry and Alysanne were happy about it is because they're literally going to do it in the next week. They're about to do that. This is the year of the three queens. Yeah. Is it the three queens or three weddings?
I think it's the 3 weddings, I think, but I'm not a hundo sure on this.
Because right away in the year, this wedding happens with Rhaena and Androw Farmen, and then the Golden Wedding, and then like right after that, Jerry and Allie get married, and then like 3 years later they get married again. So man, my comments are popping. Oh, it's all random. Jeez, random. Pay attention.
Sorry. Someone brought up that they're actually the 5th of their name, and I was like, "That's so fucking cool." Put on your
all right. That's pretty cool. Who is it?
AJ of Mars, legitimately the 5th of their name. It's just awesome.
Oh wow!
I mean, I know that I was named after an ancestor, so yeah. I also do
I've never met someone who's more than a third. Like Rusty said that they knew someone who was a third, and I'm like that's as far as I've met someone who's like I'm so and so the third. I've never met someone who's. I've
met a lot of thirds, but I don't know. There's kind of like a white trash thing in naming everybody juniors and stuff, right? like I do a lot of like John Anderson the third, and it's like really you had to go with John Anderson 3 times.
By the way, sorry, it's Rust, not Rusty.
Oh, sorry.
It's all good. Don't worry about
it. Rust. It angers me. Rust.
I am an inanimate object.
No, what bothers me about Rust is I want to do the Squidbillies Rusty, and I can't. And because he went with Rust, I can't go Rusty. Yeah, no, he ruined it, and that's why we're not friends.
You can cut it short and be like, Rust?
Rust! Well, also, and it fits because in True Detective, it's just Rust is what is the name of Matthew McConaughey's character, and Michael Talks About Stuff looks exactly like that character from the first season of...
my middle initial is F, so you could call me Rust F.
Yeah. Or I could
if
just...
you wanted.
If
you needed the syllables.
I'll call you anything I want. I just won't call you late for dinner.
Damn.
You know what to say to a girl.
Yeah, it you. I mean, if you want me to call you a girl, that's fine. But y'all know it's true.
I'm non-binary, so it waffles.
It figures it out. Stop hitting on me.
I'm just describing myself.
What's a little stream without a little
you describing yourself is flirtatious for Taco. He's that
dude. Ruts is like hi, and I'm like hi.
Hello.
The homoerotic vibes.
Yeah. Like I wonder if Rust enters the chat and Taco's like, I am free for dinner. Why thank you for asking.
How's it going? I'm married. Rust, stop flirting with me. Look. No, I also wonder if we ever had a chick in these live streams, would we flirt like way less? Because we're always very flirty with each other, but no one would want to like. Maybe we would stop flirting, like because we don't want.
I wouldn't. Do it the way like I just did with you. No. Well, I wouldn't feel comfortable doing that.
I mean, there's also camaraderie in a long time of me talking.
Literally the same amount, regardless of who was in chat. So
yeah, well, and yeah, it's not like our first stream, like, but Russ, you've been on my streams for 2 years or something.
I have no idea.
It's been a while, so yeah. You guys want to talk about the Queen in the West?
Yeah,
We literally are halfway, and we're 2 hours in.
Oh,
nice.
Yeah, April May says that they're supposed to be, or they're wondering what they're missing. I'm like, you're only missing our extremely long tangents and like a portion of the things we're supposed to be covering.
You didn't miss crap. Yeah. Well, I mean, I invite.
If we do get a lady, they have to go by the name token.
Yeah. All right, Queen in the West. Rhaena's choice of Andrew as her husband was another matter. Lord of Mark's second son was kind of lame and nothing special. Some have suggested that Rhaena married Andrew as a way of showing gratitude to her father, who had sheltered Rhaena after King Maegor had killed her husband. Maester Smike, who was the maester at Fair Isle, great name, Smike. All right. Speculated that Rhaena had taken Andrew for husband, not because she loved him, but because she loved her sister or his sister, Elissa, yeah, we all know that.
We all know. Also, Maester Smike. What a fucking name. I'm sorry, but that's just Mike with an S attached.
Yeah, no. Like, you know why he became a Maester? Because his last name was Hunt. Sorry. We're moving on. Oh, God. Oh, my God. Don't say it. Look, everyone, no one said it. Good job. Although Rhaena honored Lord of Rhaegar Baratheon's grudgingly, Baratheon grudgingly for supporting Jaehaerys, she could not forgive his inaction when her husband Aegon fought for Maegor. Yeah, where were you then? And you know what? No, for real. If Lannister had balls and if Rhaegar had balls, they would have won that. Like, they totally would have won that.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, no, Rhaena's totally right on that. Like, no, screw both of you guys.
But hey, at least Lyman did something, because I do think that Lyman in the background helped organize stuff as a...
He literally called his banners. Like, and he sent his bastard son to, like, run it. Like, no, he did do it. He just didn't go. Like, he did it enough that he...
Gray Eminence kind of stuff. Yeah.
Like I like that phrase. He literally called his banner. So I was like, I wish I could say that like more in life. Like, you know, I don't know how serious was Fred, dude. He literally called his banners.
Yeah, dude, he was ready to go. I do wish that like if I were to get in a fight at the bar, then I'm just like, call your banners.
Imagine if the way that they called their banners was the same way that an NFL coach issues a challenge, just by like throwing a red flag.
If you ever call the banners, I will like hijack a horse and ride there to show up.
All right. So we got to set up the fire towers.
The fire towers?
We gotta set up the fire towers
over long distance.
Taco can get into a bar fight, and 2 weeks later, I can ride up on a horse and be like, "All right."
You guys are all probably really far from Minnesota. Andy's gonna get here first, but because you guys are all gonna be cheap and drive,
I'm literally on the opposite side of the country.
Yeah. Well, there's no opposite side.
Across the Atlantic.
Yeah, but there is no opposite side because I'm in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm as opposite as it gets. I'm as opposite as it gets.
No, Michael, you're the closest, right?
I'm the closest, yeah.
Yeah. Well, let's hang out, man. Let's call our banners.
It's a 27-hour drive from me.
All right.
I would have
which
to
is slightly longer.
Don't dox me, but tell me
West Palm
later
Beach.
how you know my address. Don't say it now, but tell me later because I'm a little freaked out. All right. Cool.
Oh, I literally just put Minnesota in Google Maps. So.
That was like.
God, yeah, I wonder how far I am from Minnesota.
I'm trying to think of this. If you want to get more realistic, because I don't live there anymore, but it's the closest city, you can use Fargo because it is the other side of Minnesota from the direction you're coming, Rust.
Yeesh,
yeah,
like
I should tourist Fargo anyway.
You should tourist
Fargo. Should I send my condolences, or would that be rude?
What do you say? What?
Should I send my condolences that you grew up near North Dakota, or would that be rude?
I mean, I moved out of North Dakota for a reason. Like,
yeah, gotcha.
Well,
Taco, if it's not cloudy tonight, you can probably see the northern lights after the stream.
Probably. Is there northern lights tonight?
Tonight there are.
I'm only 36 hours from you, so
come on, random.
So Fargo adds another hour to my drive because I'm coming from the east.
I could fire up the old Iron Horse and make it to you. If I manage to pull off a road trip this summer,
it only takes 22 hours to drive to West Palm Beach from here.
I'm calling my banners. All right. Can we move on?
I swore no oaths to you.
Let's do it in a week. I'm about to do 7 graveyard shits in a row, and then I have a week off. So. Yeah, what do you think I do these streams? It's to get ready for 7 graveyard shits in a row. It's hell. It's literal hell. All right.
You can get stimulants from your doctor for that.
Or you can get them from your local trailer park. No.
All right, moving on. All right. Oh, you know what? You guys want me to play it. Like, we made it this far. You're fucking tempting me. Now I know where it is. Back up. At Men in the Westerlands, the reach in parts of... Wait. when Maegor married his mother, later in the same year, Rhaena did not attend the wedding. All right, cool. I knew I'd skipped the sentence. Men in the Westerlands, the Reach, and parts of the Riverlands that began referring to Rhaena as the Queen in the West. Queen in the West. As time passed, Rhaena began
like the Catcher in the Rye?
Yeah, the Catcher in the West. Is she wearing a hunting hat? Rhaena began to resent the fact that her claim.
Oh my God, John Lennon's dead.
Dude, stop. And that her she lost the claim over the throne and that of her daughters and had been dismissed in favor of Jaehaerys, to whom she began to refer to as her baby brother. So there you go, Andy. I knew she had eventually was resentful, but not right away. Or at least
she got betrothed. She got betrothed and started calling him her little brother.
She didn't get betrothed.
She didn't even have a betrothal. She got married.
She already got married. She just married Andrew Farmen.
Okay.
Yeah, this is one step up from betrothed. This is actually
this is marriage the third time. And also, I was just saying because Andy was talking about when she started getting resentful, and this is about at least when they claim she started getting resentful is once they started. She got a little bit of favor in the West. Or in the
Don't
East.
dismiss my babies.
In addition, Rhaena begrudged her mother for promoting Jaehaerys' claim over her own. On Fair Isle, Rhaena and her sister-in-law, Elissa, and two of Rhaena's oldest friends, Elaine Royce and Samantha Stokeworth, formed an inseparable group that Franklin Farman, Elissa and Andrew's older brother, called the Four-Headed Beast, and that's what we have depicted here. Yet, despite the warm welcome of Lord Farman had given her, others disliked the presence of Rhaena and her dragon Dreamfyre on the island, chief among them Franklin. I was talking a little better, and now it's getting bad again. All right. I just want to keep going. Screw you guys. Let's see what other side.
All right.
You guys, I'm continuing.
Well, no, I have a good spot. I have a good spot to quit. Like I wanted to get there. When Franklin succeeded,
out, it's your stream, Taco.
When Franklin succeeded, oh my God, I fucking tried.
Of Minnesota, so
I tried to move on without. I shouldn't have paused at all. All right. When Franklin succeeded his father as Lord of Fair Isle, the early weeks of 50 AC, he ordered Rhaena to leave the island and take her dragon friends and husband with her. He also insisted that his sister Elissa would remain on Fair Isle and soon marry a man of his choice. Rhaena refused to stay where she was not welcome and left on Dragonback. That night, Elissa and the rest of Rhaena's companions departed the isle on her ship called the Maiden's Fancy. Cute name for a ship. We have a quote. I didn't leave it in for reasons of not having enough room, but I see now you guys don't talk when there's dead air. Jesus Christ.
I was actually going to ask about the Maiden's Fancy, but I didn't want to get us too off track. I was going to be like, is that her ship specifically?
Yeah, that's Elissa's ship.
Okay.
Elissa Farman ship.
Okay, Elissa Farman ship. Okay. Sorry, I was getting confused there. I was like, was that like Rhaenyra's ship? Did she
no, her ship is
fancy. It's like another hint about fancying some maidens.
Oh yeah, maybe. Well, Elissa fancies maidens too. So
yeah, well, okay, there we go. So it is a reference, just not from the same woman. Okay.
Yes, random. They're both lesbian. If that's what your question is.
Yeah, that's usually how couples work. I hope.
Taco, did you say that your ship is also Dreamfyre?
Wait, is your girlfriend gay too? I hope so. It would be weird.
Does she know about this?
Did she know? You're a chick too. Yeah, she figured it out. All right. And no, the quote I was thinking of for Franklin Farman was later on. So no, never mind. Rhaena and her retinue, one of my favorite words, were taken in at Castle Rock by Lyman and Jocasta, also a great name, Jocasta. Thank you. I like Russ's.
I am very, very baked. So everything is vibes right now.
Everything's vibing. They remained at Castle Rock for more than a month until Rhaena began to realize that Lyman wanted more than a guest. He wanted an alliance with the Iron Throne by wedding either his bastard son Tyler Hill or one of his trueborn sons to Rhaena, and he wanted a dragon out of his own. He's like, oh, so about dragon eggs, huh? Rhaena and her court left, visiting Ashmark, Casimir, the Golden Tooth, Wayfarer's Rest, and Pink Maiden Castle. At every
Imagine you're setting up your wedding registry and you're just scanning dragons.
Damn.
That's pretty funny.
That's some bougie shit. That's some bougie shit right
That's some
there.
bougie shit. Dragon eggs. Dothraki army.
Just Neiman Marcus. Fucking.
Hey, I got the Dothraki army out for your wedding gift. Oh, cool. Was that registered at Kmart there? Are there still Kmarts?
It was a blue light special.
There isn't still Kmarts, right?
I don't think so. Ours,
I think
ours
there were
was
a few.
got rid of a long time ago.
Yeah, ours is gone. So.
They, for some reason, they kept a couple up. I think, like, just to, I don't know. There's some like tax reason or something.
Or nostalgia, you know.
Somebody liked it. At every seat, they encountered the same problems. All the lords wanted to take advantage of her, or were afraid of her, or desired a dragon of their own. Eventually, in 51 AC, Rhaena returned to King's Landing, where she was a guest for the second wedding of her brother Jerry to her sister Alysanne. Rhaena met with Jaehaerys after the wedding and told him of her troubles. Wanting a seat of her own, Rhaena requested to be granted Dragonstone. In addition, she asked for her daughter Aerea, Jaehaerys' heir, who had been living with him at King's Landing, to be returned to her care. Jaehaerys granted both of her requests. See, we haven't seen the other side of the coin, which is her relationship with Alysanne, but like her relationship with Jaehaerys really doesn't seem that strained. At least maybe because Jaehaerys is actually like super nice to her. Like I've always got that whenever she comes over, he's like, "Oh, whatever do you want? Like, do you want this?" Like he's very cordial.
Yeah, granting Dragonstone is a big thing.
It's a big thing.
That's the heir's traditional seat. That's a big political chip.
Well, I would say that we're very early on in the Targaryen dynasty. I would not go so far as it's a tradition at this point.
I don't think it's been a tradition yet at all.
For some reason, I thought that was established early on. So
not really.
It's not a norm yet.
Keep in mind, random. They pretty much lived there up till Jaehaerys because the Red Keep wasn't made yet. Like they didn't like staying in the Aegon fort. Like the King's Landing was still the capital and the king was there. But even throughout Aegon's like reign, almost all the stuff with all the other Targaryens is going on at Dragonstone. Like they're still living at Dragonstone until like now.
Maegor is part of who's building the Red Keep, right? Some of the stuff
he built. And then he murdered all the murdered all the Union workers.
Yeah, murdered some of the stuff I'm just not very familiar with. So I just thought it was that that was established earlier, that Dragonstone was like the inheritors.
Jeez, random. Do you even a Song of Ice and Fire, bro?
not the older stuff, to be honest. I read Fire like one time.
Here's the thing: the Prince of Dragonstone thing comes from Maegor being unofficially called that early, like during Aegon's reign. Okay. And then during Aenys's reign, the title was formally created for Aegon
But Aegon never goes there.
The uncrowned. Yeah. Okay.
But Aegon never goes there, and then that title isn't used for 20 years.
Well, I feel like Jaehaerys, much like most Targaryen traditions.
I'm a Targaryen. Like, my tricks don't work on me. Only money.
Only money. No, I feel like almost all Targaryen traditions were either created or cemented by Jaehaerys because
this is not yet a thing. The whole Prince of Dragonstone thing is not yet a thing.
That's why he conciliates all that stuff.
Yeah, he's the conciliator.
Yeah.
My tricks don't work on him. Only money.
Only money.
So it isn't that weird that she wants Dragonstone.
Dude, I swear I deleted my mind tricks don't work on me only money like last stream. Like I used to have it.
I want to be blasted by Watto. I was expecting.
You want to be blasted?
Yeah, you want to be blasted by Watto. Have him fly over there.
Any?
Okay.
Any?
I'm sorry. We're now getting way off track. Now we're in Star Wars and Watto.
Well, speaking of Star Wars,
fly casual.
Wait.
Stay on target. We're too close. Stay on target.
You want any more Star Wars? Here, is it Star Wars?
Everybody got that?
Yeah, close enough.
Close enough.
All right.
Simply read the cards. You're going to be wonderful, really.
All right. We'll get back to it.
All right. No more Stalin.
No more four-headed beast. Yeah, we finished this whole. Yeah. So she now has Dragonstone. Now has her daughter back. I feel like we kind of.
Here's the funny thing.
Really
though,
ran through the last couple. We're a little more on track now. What?
Yes, I was just gonna say. And I'm sure this is gonna get in. We're gonna get into this, but
no.
Yeah, Aerea and Rhaena's relationship at this point, because like they barely know each other.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because they got sent away to get protected.
Pretty much not
and
at
got,
all. Like, and
they got back. They met a bit in Old Town, then stayed on until like Highgarden, and then she fucked off for like 3 years.
Yeah. We're literally going to talk about that right now. Of like, she's not the daughter that she knew. No. It's all good. And it's super topical because, you're gonna like this next, like, pretty much large part of her life is now going to be the strain between her two women in her life, which is her girlfriend, Elissa Farman, and then her daughter, and like their strifes. And like, it's kind of, I wouldn't go so far to say the downfall of Rhaena, but like a lot of the next chapter of her life is her relationship with her daughter and then her girlfriend, which both get strained and both tragic, extremely tragic. So, Rhaena is like one of the saddest characters, like starting pretty much right now. And I know she's already had a tragic life, but pretty much starting right now, it's going to be nothing but taking L's. It sucks.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Queen in the East. On Dragonstone, Rhaena came to be called the Queen in the East. Although Rhaena was content on Dragonstone, her friend Elissa Farman and daughter Aerea grew increasingly more unhappy on the island. See, I knew I was about to talk about it. Unfortunately, as Rhaena and Aerea have been separated for years, she knew nothing about her now 7-year-old daughter, and Aerea did not remember her mother. Aerea strongly disliked the dullness of Dragonstone compared to the excitement of the Red Keep. Elissa missed the Western Seas, and Elissa was denied any incomes from Fair Isle by her brother. She petitioned Rhaena for gold to build a ship to sail the Sunset Sea. Rhaena denied her request, stating that she could not bear to see Elissa go, opening a rift in their relationship. So,
I held her girl hostage, kind of.
Yeah, he kind of does. Yeah. In 54 AC, Elissa told Rhaena she was leaving. Rhaena received the news stone-faced. A fortnight later, Elissa departed with 3 stolen dragon eggs from Dragonstone hatcheries. Enraged, Rhaena commanded Sir Merrill,
I think.
Merrill?
I like Merrill better. Sir Merrill.
No, I like Merrill because it's my other brother Merrill too. Like, that's where my brain goes right now. Sir Merrill Bullock, the commander of her garrison, to question the grooms and stable boys sharply. And then she expelled Merrill and his son when they did not get answers.
Wow.
Meryl Streep.
Yeah, Merrill.
Torture the grooms and stable boys, and then when he doesn't,
I was actually thinking of the Pokemon Merrill.
Yeah.
I was thinking of the Pokemon Merrill. I was like, since when is the blue bouncy mouse fucking
you would
captain
make
of the guards or whatever?
You would make a Merrill the captain of your guards?
Yeah, like what? Come on, that's brown and fluffy. Come on.
Is Meryl the first Pikachu clone? Like,
it's
Meryl
Peekaboo. It's Peekaboo for
Although
us,
I've also seen the Gen 2 Pika clone as Pichu, but I feel like that's fake because like that's cheating because it involves
it's
the baby.
cheating.
Yeah, that's definitely cheating. And then you get 2 with plus or minus. Can I do my tangent? I'm doing screw everybody, screw all you guys. I'm doing a random Nuzlocke on Pokemon Emerald. I have a randomizer on, and the rules.
Taco.
What?
Let's try to stay on topic here.
Oh my god, you're gonna pay for that later.
I wanted to hear about the Nuzlocke. I mean, I'm
gonna say
I want to do a solo Pikachu run in Pokemon Yellow.
I'm doing something better. I'm doing something better. So keep in mind, everything's randomized. So I'm running into a bunch of, it doesn't matter what, like, there's no structure to it. Yeah. So a lot of times you run into people with legendaries, and that's part of the story. So the rules that I am pushed on myself, though, is I'm only using non-evolution Pokemon. So nothing that evolves at all. And that's up to Gen 3. So if you got an evolution later on, I'm still using it. But Gen 2 took away my Electabuzzes. It took away my Magmars. It took away Jinx. So I actually have a really good team right now. I just caught an Absol, which I'm really excited about. And I have a Lapras. I got a really good team. So anyways, Plusle.
Oh my god.
Is a goat on my team. And let me explain. Fake Tears kills special defense.
Yeah, you're right. Fake tears. Yeah.
And Spark, I have dropped 3, count them, 3 Lugias with 1 hit from a Plusle by doing 2 fake tears, and it hits me with Gust, which isn't very effective, and then Spark, and I drop them. Plusle is a goat. I've been catching better Pokemon, and Plusle staying on my team. I have like better Pokemon in the box, but I'm like, dude, Plusle's earned his spot. Like garbage Pokemon, but he's just like the goat of this run right now.
Like most Pokemon can be usable if they just have
with the right.
That's how it works.
Well, exactly. Then I got a Zangoose, so I'm just 2 swords dancing and slashing, and you're dead.
Yeah, okay, but that's like obvious.
Yeah, well, that's obvious. Naughty. Well, it's obvious. So
I played competitive Pokemon. Leave me alone.
Yeah, I know. I could tell. No,
I have trauma from the Weather Wars, although that's a bit later.
I'm gonna move on after I say this, but I was doing a Nuzlocke that I ended up abandoning, but I wanted to do a Dragon Egg Nuzlocke because you can't do a Dragon Nuzlocke, so do the Dragon Egg group. So you could allow Pokemon that are not dragons, but dragon-esque, right? And I just started it. I was doing it in Fire Red, and it wasn't a randomizer. And I just walked in, and there was a ECT, which is a position at my work, instrument technicians. And I'm walking to his shop. It's like 3 a.m. He's like, "What are you up to?" And I just decided to say the off crazy, just tell him the truth. And I've never had a conversation about Pokemon with this guy ever. And I was like, well, I've been doing a Dragon Egg only Pokemon Nuzlocke, and right now I'm in Fire Red, and I'm about to go fight the rival. I'm a little nervous, so I don't know if I should fight the rival now or get my Ekans all the way up to Arbok. And he just goes, "All right, well, did you go and get the rare candy at that spot in Cerulean?" And I'm like, "No." And I like, "Wait, did you understand everything I just said?" He's like, "Yeah, you're doing a Nuzlocke." I'm like, "Oh, like it was a shot in the dark." And he also plays competitive Pokemon, and I literally message him daily about all my Nuzlocks. He is like he's my consigliere for my Nuzlocke.
It's the did we just become best friends moment.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes, we did karate in the garage right after that. There's my tangent. And I will play this on my...
Stay on target. We're too close. Stay on target.
Thank you for humoring me. I'm sure Russ... You can rant.
What was that?
A rant. Kids these days.
Kids these days.
Eyebrows. Look at my eyebrows. I'm Andy Rooney.
You're just Gary Oldman yelling at Cloud Strife.
Kids these days with their Pokemons and their 6-7s.
they're
one of those
complaining about and Pac-Man video games.
All these
complaining about 40 years of children all at once.
All right, where were we? Alyssa was leaving. She said no. Enraged. Yeah, Meryl. Oh yeah, Meryl. That's how this happened. She further expelled dozens others. Yeah, so she booted Meryl for not torturing the stable boys hard enough, and then booted everybody else. I know what happened.
Booted Meryl for not torturing the stable boys hard enough.
I questioned them sharply. Where are the bodies? I didn't kill them. You're fired.
Also, I did get an actual laugh out loud from Bob's comment in chat there.
Oh,
yeah. Pokemon Go back to the topic.
Yeah. All right. Sorry about the comments. I know they're popping up. If you guys want me to read them, please send a super chat. But if not, I wait until somebody else tells me they're worth it. No offense. Your guys' comments are all worth it. I shouldn't have said it that way. I love you all. All right, moving on. Andrew. Yeah, a dozen others. She summoned Andrew to demand if he knew anything, and she got in a rage when he denied any knowledge, not believing him. I think Elissa Farman definitely didn't tell her brother. Like, I don't think
a sultry portrait. Sorry.
Dude, I love that art, dude. Douglas Wheatley, like I have 3 more Douglas Wheatleys coming up. Like, I love his art.
Yeah, they're very good.
Yeah, they're super good.
Especially the Lion Blood ones. Like
pencil or charcoal?
Yeah, well, that's the Black Brides is one too. No, it isn't. Never mind, that was wrong. But I have 2 more coming up though. Which I'm sure you could maybe guess both of them because they're really big. They're really good ones. All right.
That's what she said.
Yeah, there we go. Anyways, yeah, Elissa Farman's great. Yeah, that's Elissa Farman, not Rhaena. I'm sure you guys just don't need to be told that. Andrew, yeah, she didn't believe him, and then Andrew asked to be appointed as Meryl's successor, and Rhaena and her companions laughed in his face. Sowing the seeds. Rhaena sent men after Elissa, but the trail went cold. Rhaena traveled to King's Landing to inform her brother. Jaehaerys warned her that if the eggs hatch, they would have no choice but to go to war. He on Vermithor and Rhaena on Dreamfyre against whoever held the hatchlings. She pledged her secrecy on the matter and told him, talking about Elissa, I left that a little bit. Elissa, she goes, she is Rhaenys, I am Visenya. I have never thought otherwise. That is actually one of my favorite lines from Rhaena of like, dude, I know we're estranged or whatever. We're not super close, but like if it came down to it, the 3 dragons, like I will definitely fight your war with you. Like that's how I took that. And also because they're Targaryens, it kind of seems a little like, hey, I'll bang you if you need it, but maybe that's just Targaryen. I'm your sister. Are you flirting with me? Fucking Targaryen.
Doesn't she like say that about Alice saying that she is Rhaenys? Yeah.
That's what I said. So I worded it really bad because I was trying to slim it down, but I actually have the full quote right here. Jaehaerys said, should the dragons turn up anywhere from here to Yee, we will demand their return. They were stolen from us. They are ours by right. If that demand should be denied, we must needs go take them if we can, kill them. If not, no hatchlings can hope stand against Vermithor and Dreamfyre. And then Rhaena says, and Silverwing, our sister, and then Jaehaerys cuts her off, had no part in this. I will not put her at risk. And then Rhaena said, she is Rhaenys, I am Visenya. I have never thought otherwise. So yeah, that's in full context. But I couldn't have put that whole thing at the bottom. And
yeah, fair enough. I was just a bit slightly confused, but I figured it was because of space.
No, it's all good. It was literally cut like in half. You were behind? Oh, sorry. Yeah, I feel like a lot of people like you get comments and clearly they're like 15 minutes behind. But all right. That Yeah.
Also, speaking of comments, definitely drop the super chats, guys. Taco is paying us like $50 an hour to appear on this thing. And
I'm not paying them.
No,
I'm not. I am not.
Yeah, no, I'm just that crazy to be here at 6 a.m., guys.
No, that's true. Ani would get so pissed if he found out that I was paying you guys, so don't tell him.
Ani's up these weird ass fucking hours.
It's like that meme from that Jason Sudeikis movie.
Also, you'd be paying Ani in euros.
You're getting $100,000. You're getting 30 grand. You're getting 5 grand. You guys are getting paid.
Yes, we are the Millers. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, that is. Oh man, that was a good movie.
I wouldn't go so far to say good, but it wasn't bad.
No, it was surprisingly good. Like I went to the theater expecting it to not be good, and I was like, "Oh, this is good."
Well, it's also brand new Will Poulter, and like I love that in that movie. Like he is goofy. Me and my wife were just talking about this, and it's like in that movie, like they play him off like he's this goofy-looking, not attractive guy, and then you like watch The Bear, and you're like, dude, Will Poulter, holy crap, he blow up, dude. Like that guy is handsome as fuck. Anyways, we want to do this one now. Another Harrenhal.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, it gets good here. We are on slide. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 left. All right.
I will mute myself for just a second because I hear my new kitten yelling. I'll be right back.
All right.
Well, I'll tell you what's going on with the beard grabbing. Another Harrenhal. Meanwhile, Rhaena's mother, Dowager Queen Elissa Farman, had become pregnant with her second child by Rhaegar Baratheon. Unfortunately, Elissa became deathly ill a month before the child was due, with a complication of pregnancy. When Rhaena learned that her mother was on her deathbed, she flew to Storm's End on Dreamfyre. When Andrew announced that he would accompany her, she mockingly refused him, just as she had refused his offer to accompany to go to Jaehaerys at King's Landing following the theft of the dragon eggs. So this is 2 refusals in a row where Andrew's like, am I involved? And she's like, no, leave me alone. Although Rhaena flew to make amends with her mother, but arrived too late after Elissa had died for being cut open to save the child. Oof.
Oh, I think I do remember that part, actually.
Yeah, well, I love the scene that's about to happen. This is one where I kept the entire quote because I love it. Rhaena was livid, blaming her mother's death on her husband Rhaegar. Yeah. She found him below in the Great Hall as with his young son Borman in his lap, surrounded by his brothers and his knights. Rhaena Targaryen pushed through all of them to stand above him and began to curse him to his face. So I will be saying certain words. It's Rhaena's quotes. Her blood is on your hands. Her blood is on your cock. May you die screaming. He argued back and claimed that it was the will of the gods and it was not his doing. And she continues, you put your cock in her. She gave you a son, and that should have been enough. Save my wife, you should have said, but what are wives to men like you? And she grabbed him by the beard. Hear this, my lord. Do not think to wed again. Take care of the whelps my mother gave you, my half-brother and half-sister. See that they want for nothing. Do that, and I will let you be. But if I ever hear a whisper of you taking some poor maid to wife, I will make another Harrenhal of Storm's End with you and her inside. Boom!
That is one scene I actually do remember. That's crazy.
Fucking awesome scene, dude.
Yeah, no, that is a good one.
I just grabs him by the beard and just like, listen here, fuckface.
Listen here, your dickin' days are over.
Pretty much. It's just,
and I don't mean Dickin' Tarly.
Yeah. If I find out you take a squire with the name Dick on, I will burn this place down.
Burn this house to the ground.
Your Dickin' days are over, Daenerys, right before she roasts the Tarleys in the show.
Hey, Randall, your Dickon days are over. What? What are you making jokes? You're about to burn us. No, it takes a really good quote for me to leave one in that it's full of obscenities. Like I have to side, like sometimes when like I'm covering certain characters who like their swear words or say messed up stuff, where I'm like, oh man, that's really vulgar, but it's a pretty good line. Like I have to weigh
2 hours and 30 minutes in. I think YouTube is okay with penis.
It's less about YouTube and more about audience.
I'm just teasing.
And I know that that's like what a lot of people think of. Like, no, we're fine. And it's like, yeah, but I don't like to assume that just because. And I'm not saying this to you. I know you know this, Rhaena, but like I don't like to assume just because somebody's watching my stream that they have came here to hear about violence or vulgarities. Even though they do kind of come.
This is a family show. They come here to hear you tell us.
It's a less of
we talk over slides.
I do try. Yeah, I do try to at least like edit down whenever I talk about like the bloody mummers or the mountains men, where I just take certain words and flip them around so it's a little less horrible, because I know that people have lives and people have traumas in hearing about certain stuff, and this isn't one of them. Rhaena's Targaryen's rant isn't that bad, but like people don't always show up to hear about the really
stuff in the series that gets a bit graphic, which is hard.
There's stuff that I won't talk about. Like I've talked about the Mountains Men and
there's
I will never talk about.
It's pretty grotesque. Yeah.
Like even if I ever did a video of Cheswick, I would literally say he tells a messed up story moving on. Like I would leave out what happened.
Better off that way.
Yeah, and it's just if you know, you know, and you don't need to hear it again. And if you don't know, you probably don't want to know.
You probably didn't want to know.
Yeah, yeah, because like I don't skip over a lot of chapters. In that one, I do. I fast forward through that part. That chapter is really good.
No, the mountains straight up. There's lines from the mountains thing that it kind of haunts you. It sticks in your brain. You're like, fuck, man, that's pretty fucking horrifying.
And being especially like being a dad of a daughter, like anytime where it's like, oh, and the blank small folks' daughter, they did this. Dude, I'm a small folk and I have a daughter. Like it immediately triggers me. Yeah.
On a lighter note, I was just thinking AI is probably not that far away from being able to edit like season 7 and 8 of Game of Thrones to make Dany say like a stupid catchphrase right before she does anything insane, like your dick on days are over. Like that's not that hard of an edit. AI is not that far away from being able to edit that in.
Michael, you make it into a short.
I've thought about it, but I think like
cite me in the credits somewhere.
As you guys were going through that, I'm in my head like, would HBO strike me for that because it's using their scene and making fun of it in a way that they might actually not like?
There is a vulgar short that I've been wanting to make for a long time, and I don't know how I would do it. Like I was thinking about dressing up like Viserys the First to do it. But there is a line in House of the Dragon where he mocks what's her name? I'm so tired right now. His wife, the Hightower,
Allison.
Yeah,
Allison. Sorry.
Allison.
Yeah, sorry.
Mocks Allison to her. Like Daemon shows up and they're at like the garden party or whatever, season 1, and then they're talking, and then Allison's like, "Hey, do you want to see these new tapestries we just got?"
Yeah.
And then Viserys goes, "Yeah, do you want to see the tapestries?" Like mocks her, and I just want to like put in like, "Oh, Daemon, don't mind her. She's just the child I used to make children." Like,
oh God!
Because that's what she is.
I mean, yes, but yeah,
it makes me hate Viserys. It's like, don't mind. Oh, the little girl's talking. Hey, show up when I need to impregnate you again. Like, dude, it's like so messed up. Like, I hate it so much.
I'm gonna need to switch over devices, so I'm gonna leave the room and rejoin in a sec. So just bear with me.
We're bearing.
Dany hears the bells, and she's just like, "It's Targaryen time," and then she burns everybody.
It's Targaryen time.
Are you back already?
Yeah.
Right,
I just needed to switch to my
I know it
phone.
came up too quickly, so I was like, "Wait, is he ready?"
No, I did leave. Yeah.
And the other one I want is when what Jason Lannister, Tyland's twin brother, who tries to court.
Is it Jason? Is that who is it?
Is it Jason Lannister? I believe so. But he's like trying to court Rhaenyra. Oh my god. I'm getting so fried with Targaryen names. Rhaenyra, and he's like,
it's Rhaenyra and Rhaena and whatever the fuck you are now.
We keep saying Rhaena. We keep wanting to go back to Rhaena. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So no, it's not when he's courting, not when he's courting her, but when Alicent shows up with the green dress, and then he says something about like, oh well, that's why women can't go to war because they would be too busy getting ready. Like he says like that dumb line, and I always think of like Dave Chappelle in the first Nutty Professor, just like women be shopping, yeah, women be shopping. Because that's just all his joke is.
That would be a good mashup if you get the AI to do that.
Yeah, and that's also why I've always had this.
Women be shopping.
Damn.
2 years ago, I said I have a video that I never play because it never got brought up, and that was it. That was the clip that I've had forever.
Gotcha.
That one that you've always been waiting for the perfect moment.
Yeah,
we've never talked, and I like kind of went there, but like yeah. I was waiting for Jason Lannister to get brought up, and I did it myself.
In all this time, we've never made fun of women enough to bring the context up, so it's probably fun. It's probably good.
Yeah. I just like, and then it just flips to Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy goes, hey, "They do shop."
they do shop. No, yeah. If you could make that happen between the two Lannister brothers, that'd be great. I mean, they do be shopping.
They do be shopping. they do like to shop.
RIG, I don't know if you saw, but Sora 2 is available to make all these silly things now. You don't need an invite code anymore.
I haven't been fucking with AI in a while. I got like, I don't know, 1/10 of the way done with Joseph Stalin the musical, and then no, it's amazing. I have to finish it one day. All right. Joseph Stalin the musical is legit an act of unknown genius, and one day I'll finish it. I also made Mac Dre the musical, which was pretty fucking good if you like Mac Dre. So now, I don't know if if you guys ever listened to me. Mac Dre was quite popular when I was in high school.
No, I don't know. You're not ringing any bells.
Oh yeah, so no one gets. But I made Mac Dre the musical. It was really good.
All right. Let's get to slide 14 of 18. No, not even. It's slide 13. Yeah.
By the way, if you're wondering why my PFP changed, that's my new kitten. Also, I don't have the PFP I used to on my phone.
Hi, new kitten. Very cute.
Yeah. His name is Toulouse, but my children dubbed him Mr. Fluffy Butt.
Mr. Fluffy Butt.
Yeah, no, it's funny. Everyone here loves has cats, but I don't like one of mine, so I keep the door shut whenever I do streams because Capone would literally destroy the computer to get my attention if he saw me talking to somebody.
Oh, oh, hello. Speaking of,
you gotta just hold him up in front of the
No, he'd start smacking me in the face. He's a big, fat, angry old cat. And my back would go out if I held him like this. He's like this wide.
The reason I quit is because he started yelling for my attention, and I needed to give it to him. And for that, because it's early, and I don't want to wake up anyone else.
I just went and got this cat because he was outside my partner's door yowling.
Rocco was crying a whole bunch at the beginning of the stream, and that's like his whole gig is he'll just like cry and cry and cry and cry and cry. He'll like knock shit over and stuff.
Yeah, dude. My cats will like literally destroy a room until I pay attention to them. I'm not even kidding. All right, let's rock this joint. All Alone. Oh my god, the other Douglas Wheatley.
This one is really great.
Yeah, we're gonna get to. Yeah, no, I love this art, but yeah, this is probably, believe it or not, even though we covered Maegor already, this is probably the darkest part. But let's go back a tad. When the news arrived of Rhaena's mother's health was failing, Andrew announced that he would accompany Rhaena to Storm's End to comfort her as a husband should, and Rhaena refused. A large argument preceded his departure, By the time Rhaena returned from her mother's deathbed, Andrew no longer had any desire to comfort her. The marriage between the two, though never passionate, became loveless. Elaine Royce called it a mummer's farce and not an entertaining one. Ooh. That's such a good line. Yeah, it's so good. Sullen and cold, Andrew sat silent at meals and avoided his wife's company. Rhaena was not bothered by his sulks, finding comfort in her ladies instead, both old and new. Following Rhaena's return to Dragonstone, a strange sickness fell over the island. So this is pretty much right after she gets back from Storm's End. Rhaena's Maester Culliper was first to die, suddenly and mysteriously, and one by one, Rhaena's closest friends fell sick and died as well. Casella Staunton, Septa Merrim, Elaine Royce, Samantha Stokeworth, and finally young Lyanna Valerian, who died in Rhaena's arms. And that's the picture we have. As the young Lyanna was dying, Andrew confronted Rhaena, asking, "You weep for her, but would you weep for me?" Jesus. Rhaena struck him across the face and told him to leave as she wished to be alone, and he replied, "You shall be." She was the last of them. And the fact she didn't know that it was him at this point, like, I would immediately have him killed at this point. Like, I'm sorry. Like, that's so suspicious. Rhaena had Dragonstone closed and sent word to King's Landing. Lord Rigo Draz recognized the symptoms, the described symptoms as the tears of Lys, a deadly poison. Let's just go by the fact that Rigo Draz is such a badass that just reading about the letter, he's like, "Oh, that's the tears of Lys." It
was really cool. Like I'm really bad at picking up on subtext and hints and clues. And when I read that the first time and just got the first death with the symptoms, I was like, "Tears of Lys," and I just felt so proud of myself.
It's less here because we're only covering Rhaena, but Fire and Blood does such a good job of describing sicknesses and fevers and shivers throughout the entire book that when this hits, I totally didn't catch it. I immediately was like, "Oh, another plague," because they just happen all the time. But yeah.
I think I got spoiled by Preston Jacobs on possibly. It, which is why that never worked for me, but I probably would have missed it.
Yeah. So Jaehaerys dispatched a raven to his sister. When Rhaena read the letter, she realized at once that it was her husband. After a long search, she found him in the chamber of the painter table, where he confessed. Rhaena ordered Andrew to be gelded, his private parts to be cooked and fed to him. Maybe a little too much, but all right. However, Andrew jumped out of the window, defying or denying Rhaena of her revenge against him.
She probably shouldn't have told him his sentence.
Right. Instead, Rhaena and had his body hocked up and fled to her dragons. Later, I had to go back and add the S because I just wrote dragon. And then later we talk about how Balerion the Black Dread ate some of him. So no, she just did it. Let's get the actual line here. Because it's really funny. Funny might be a little too much, but
morbid, but morbidly funny.
I think I have to go straight to Andrew Farmen.
Funny in a Targaryen sort of way.
Haha, funny in a Targaryen sort of way.
What, like a clown?
Targaryen, I amuse you. What am I, a clown? I amuse you. Targaryens are here to make you laugh.
What am I, like Rita Rudna?
What was I? Where was I? Andrew Farmen.
Yeah.
No, I just want to get the exact line. Yeah, he said, "My wife can fly, and so can I," and jumped out the window. Which, of course, it's amazing art. I don't have it ready. I think I know I have it saved to my computer, but I won't be able to. If I show it, I won't be able to credit the artist right away. But unless I can't find it, never mind. But yeah, there is just like this amazing art somewhere of Dragonstone, and there's just this tiny little Androw Farmen falling, like jumping out of the window. I'm gonna try to find it really quick. It was from the.
I am so tempted now to like take that picture of the falling man 9/11 and put his face on it.
What do you always go there, dude?
Okay. God damn it!
All right, there. I love that so much. Of just the little
look at him go. There he goes. Yeah.
Oh, the Androw Farmen.
You threw off my groove.
Wait, I can't fly. Somebody catch me.
I believe I can fly.
That's what I was thinking on the ice. I'm just like it's too corny of a joke to make, but no, exactly.
I don't care. I'm a father of 4 children. I'm allowed to be corny. So
you have 4 children, Andy?
Yeah.
Wow.
Why? I'm kidding.
I have 2 kids, and I still don't sleep. So I don't
the
know
missus wanted 4 at least. That's what she wanted. But the first time around we had twins. So that was.
I just assumed you were trying to keep it ice and fire and just have a lot of heirs, but you know.
No, she wanted many kids, and I agreed with her. And because university is free here, because education is actually affordable, we didn't have student loans.
Oh my God,
that's a good reason. If you can actually afford kids and you want to have them, more power to you.
Yeah, we can afford having more. I just don't want more.
That is entirely fair, but at the same time,
so
I also don't want more right now. But
money, Taco.
Huh? I don't have extra money. We're so freaking broke. We probably could have another kid, but right now we don't. We're housebroke in a way that we don't understand. We keep going super broke, and then our bank account keeps saying things like, "You've spent $500 less this month," and I'm like, "Well, why am I broke?
What?
Like, where's that $500?
The more frugal I am, the more broke I am.
What the hell? No, like right now, like seriously, like we have like 5 upwards of $200 things we need to buy that keep getting like pushed off to the next paycheck and then we're slowly buying them. And she really wants a dog, and I just said to her, like, it's the dream dog, it's a dog we always wanted, it's like the exact scenario that we've always talked about. And I'm really hope my sister isn't watching, which she is, and she does watch my stuff. But my sister just had puppies. She's not a dog. No, her dog.
My sister just had puppies.
and they're pugs. They're like little baby pugs.
Aww.
And like cool, but no, like I don't want pugs.
Yeah.
And I also don't want puppies.
Brachycephalic dogs have too many issues.
They have a lot of issues, and also I don't have time to train a dog, and I'm also not a dog trainer, and I don't want a poorly trained dog. So I'm like, I said no to my sister, and then like the next day, my wife's like, "Hey, look, year-old Mastiff, super lazy, big dog, but doesn't want to move around a lot, and is already trained." And it's like, okay, so our dream dog, like so now I'm like hesitant because I don't want my sister to kill me. We're like, no, we don't want a dog.
No.
Hey, what do you think of this dog?
Because with it happening that close, just tell her that you already had a line on the other dog.
Yeah, she can read through my life.
No, the wife surprised you, didn't tell you, but you couldn't get rid of it.
I don't need another reason to.
Well, that wouldn't explain why he turned her down.
Yeah.
No, I'm just gonna have to tell the truth and say your situation wasn't good, and we don't even need a dog right now. But this is like the exact scenario we've always wanted. So now we're like contemplated it.
With my first wife, we were talking about getting a dog, and my mother-in-law just comes home one day with a puppy, and she's like, "It was the last one." She's like, "They sold all the others, and this one was free," and it was a half Rottweiler, half Bernese Mountain, and he was a sweetheart. That was a fun dog. He did not like men. He liked me, but when he was meeting new people, he didn't like men. But he was a funny and giant dog.
A big female, one-year-old Mastiff, and I want it so bad. It's just super cute, big old dog. I like big dogs. I like big lazy dogs.
Mastiffs are nice.
I'd like to apologize in advance if you hear little chirps or meows or purring. That's the little guy climbing all over me.
Anyone's gonna complain.
Can you post pictures in the Discord?
I can post pictures, but the profile picture is just him that I'm using right now.
No, you definitely, it's safer to turn down the sister than the wife. I remember the first time I had my wife and a family member, I'm just gonna say sister, she doesn't watch these, had an argument, and I sided with my wife, and my sister's like, really gonna pick over me? I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
What you think I would? Are we living together? What are you talking? Do I have a life with you? No, you're my sister. Of course I'm gonna pick my wife over you. You high? The fact it was even a thought. It's yeah, in a heartbeat.
Bro, we're married.
Yeah, what the heck? I'm literally sharing my entire life with this woman.
The thing is, I'm autistic enough that I would legitimately back whoever I just thought was right, even if it meant me being in the doghouse for the week.
Normally I do think my wife is right.
Yeah,
she's just a really smart person and not crazy. I'm not saying that my sister is.
There's a reason why she's my wife. She's basically always correct.
I don't need to just make this post about how much I like my wife, but she is the most sane person I've ever met. And I was I'm not blaming every woman in my life, but I was also toxic at one point, but I was in relationships with nothing but toxic women, and they're really bad. And the first thing I noticed when I started dating my wife, I was like, you're sane.
Whoa, this is normal, isn't it?
And I had to fix myself because I was like, well, if you're gonna be good, I should be working on myself. And yeah, she's I put up with a lot with my wife because she's just a really sane person, not crazy.
What sort of things do you put up with from your wife? That's a trap. Don't answer that.
Yeah. Don't answer that.
She doesn't like onions or garlic in marinara.
Okay.
Bruh.
Dude.
Bruh.
No. You want to get really mad? She puts ketchup on steak.
Oh Lord.
That's.
I shall refrain from commenting any further.
But, having it done well done is a problem. But if you really want to put ketchup on steak, I can't make fun of you.
No. Really but it's not well done. I have spent hours on reverse searing bone and ribeyes, 2 hours getting it right, butter basting it to the right temperature, and then she's I got up. I got up and walked away. I was like, I can't even fucking look at you right now.
Taco couldn't watch. He couldn't watch the steak.
Well, it was an afternoon. I spent a day on it. It was a hobby to make those steaks perfect. Anyways, never mind. I should have sided with my sister.
Pray that your wife doesn't see this.
Would you prefer that she eat the steak and not really enjoy it as much?
Well,
because she doesn't have her ketchup.
At the end of the day, she's eating it. I don't care. But and you get over it. There's definitely crazier.
Well, it's not like the ketchup ruins the work that you've done.
It definitely covers up the work that I did.
He wanted her to appreciate the steak the way he made it.
Well, I could have made her a cheeseburger. The steak was expensive. It's a big fat bone and ribeye.
Well, then start with before you put ketchup on it. I really want you to taste what I cooked. And then decide.
That's what we do now. I make her eat a little bit of it. At least check it out because we do a lot of steaks in the house. But anyways, I was able to say all these gripes because my wife knows all of them. So I don't think she can do that. And she did, yeah. But yeah, and I started this story by saying that I absolutely love and adore my wife.
Is there anyone on this stream that hasn't been married?
I've never been married now.
Yeah, Michael.
Okay. Is that it? So the rest of us have?
Michael, you're just an eligible bachelor, aren't you?
Yeah.
Enjoy, man.
He's married to the farm.
It's pretty great.
I mean, I'm a bachelor now, but
but are you eligible?
What's the Mitch line? I'm not single. No, I don't have a girlfriend. I just have a girl who get really mad if she heard me say that.
Yep. Yep, I have used that line.
No,
it's a great line.
We were talking about steak, and to Cyclops in the chat, for many, many years, I would not eat steak because I'd only ever been given like way overcooked steaks at friends' houses as a kid. And I went to Japan in my early 20s, and I actually had like a real fucking steak. Changed my fucking life.
Yeah, no, totally. I'm completely with you. I don't know.
For years, I wouldn't fucking touch it because I was always given these like overcooked steaks, and I was like, "Yeah, this is terrible."
My dad had char on all the steaks he ever grilled, and I recently burned a steak, and I was broke, so I ate it anyways. And it had char on the bottom, and I was like, "Wait, this reminds me of like every steak from my childhood." And then I just came to the realization, like, did my dad just not know how to cook a steak?
Yeah. I grew up on charcoal, and I remember the first time I had propane hot dogs.
Yeah,
I was like eating them, and I was like, "Why is this so good? Why is this so much better than other hot dogs?"
Like char. Yeah, no. Taste the heat, not the meat. Thank you.
Taste the heat, not the meat.
Yeah.
Or taste the meat, not the heat. Yeah, I did it wrong.
I like how you said it backwards, though. Taste the heat, not the meat.
Yeah, taste the heat. All right. I got one cute thing to say, and then we're moving on. It's not a tangent. My daughter calls King of the Hill Hank of the Hill.
Damn.
I don't want to watch Hank of the Hill. It's so funny.
That's like how Teddy calls Bob Burger. Yeah.
Yeah, Bob Burger.
My cousin used to call Raisin Bran 2 scoops.
Yeah, no, it's always parents though. Like I said, the same thing. Cyclops, same thing with hamburgers. I would eat hamburgers in my friend's house growing up, and I thought burgers just tasted like shit because his dad just didn't fucking know how to cook. Now I love cooking hamburgers.
Well, I also hated any homemade hamburgers because smash burgers weren't really a thing. So every one of our parents' generation made those giant, huge, fat, thick hockey pucks. And never cooked all the way through them, and they're always pink in the middle. So I was like, I would not do homemade burgers.
The opposite. His dad made big old fat chunky burgers, cooked all the way through way too much.
Yeah, but then charred on the.
It was awful. It was just absolutely
horrible.
That sounds really bad.
But
I like a little pink in my burger. I'd rather eat it pinker than it should be than the otherwise.
Pink in the meat. It shouldn't be overly fucking cooked, or it ruins the texture.
Well,
and the taste like it just doesn't fucking work.
I like really thin burgers because I smash them so they're a little crisp on the side. But I don't usually leave pink in them, but I also they're small, so I stack up more than one.
A smash is totally different, and like I'm not a chef, but like there's reasons why it tastes better or whatever. But like for like a burger, like a thick burger, you gotta do it right.
Yeah, and it's gotta be good meat. It's gotta be good meat too. I did a deep fried hamburger. Hear me out. Where you don't deep fry the bun or everything. Yeah, so you flatten the patty super thin, right? And then put it on your spatula, and then get a little bit of oil, and then it literally is like 3 seconds. You dip it into it, and then you immediately see it brown, and then you pull it out, and then you put the cheese on it, and then like get a really quick splash just for the oil to melt the cheese.
Oil in it. Yeah,
it's really good. And it's really crispy. It's not worth the cleanup because it's so much work. Because you have a saute pan filled with boiling oil. So do with that what you will. But like, if you want to make a couple like thin but crispy like double cheeseburgers, it's a good way to go.
That's the way to do it.
That sounds really good, honestly.
Yeah, I'll try that one day because I always just do regular fucking like burger in the pan or something, like burger on the grill. They're pretty typical, but like that sounds fun.
All right. I
kind of want to fucking grill now, honestly.
I know, right?
I'm debating making a steak after this. But
welcome. I'm glad that the grill with something to talk about. We're getting Andy meat all day.
I'm glad we're getting Andy excited about American cuisine because normally you can't get these posh old world folk into.
Fuck off! I was born in Philly.
You need to check out
that's not something you should bring up to me.
How do you make a proper cheesesteak? What
you need to check out the Rhett and Link video about barbecue and how it's different in different states.
I've seen it. I've watched it.
The Rhett and Link hot dog tournament was great. Yeah, because Seattle dogs are my favorite. The cream cheese on them. Anyways, all right.
The only hot dog
I was
tournament
really
I know is the
surprised
hot
by
dog
Seattle
eating
dogs, but I feel like we've talked about this before.
Yeah, we have. We have
Taco.
hot dogs. All right.
Yeah, they voted
Area's
top
flight
here on the taco stream.
Dude, we talk about food a lot on this stream.
We do.
Yeah, it was weird that I finally talked about like my wife. It's like we normally just talk about food. Well, it's George too. Like it's not our fault. Like George always brings up food. Area's flight following Andrew's suicide and the deaths of her friends and companions. Rhaena plunged into a deep depression. Good Queen Alysanne came to visit Dragonstone to comfort her sister, but Rhaena did not welcome her. She attempted to send Alysanne away 3 times, screaming at her in front of half the castle. Alysanne refused to leave it, so Rhaena locked herself in a room. And Alysanne restored order to Dragonstone. She also attempted to comfort Aerea, but the girl was also angry and resentful. I just went with resentant. I don't know. Whatever. She was pissed. Aerea eventually admitted that she felt rejected by her mother and jealous of Alysanne's daughter. And begged to be taken back to King's Landing. Alysanne brought Aerea's request to Rhaena, who refused coldly, stating that Rhaena had nothing but and Alysanne had everything, but would not take Rhaena's daughter as well. She concluded, "You have my throne. Content yourself with that." Rhaena then called Aerea to her chambers, where they argued loudly about the matter. Eventually, when Alysanne then left the island alone. So I was kind of talking about it earlier with Andi, but like this is where I feel it's weird that like all the times that she shows up and talks to Jaehaerys, it seems a lot more cordial. But she really doesn't like Alysanne. Like that's just what I'm gathering. Like I think that she's more resentful, not that Jaehaerys is king, but that she's not queen, if you get what I'm saying. Maybe she doesn't want to marry Jaehaerys, but like
per se, like she would have done it, but
I think she would have, yeah. Although the age gap was a little weird at that specific time because she would have been in her 20s.
They didn't care about that.
The other way around, they wouldn't have. But yeah, I just if you want to talk about her resenting the throne, it seems a lot more like she hates Alysanne, not Jaehaerys. But yeah, I don't know. That's just my take.
Which is such a contrast because I was going to bring it up at some point regarding Rhaena, like because we see her like we talked about like how she fed Androw to the dragon, plural. Now I was about to say it's very interesting that George used that because there's like a theory going around in the community that certain women of the Targaryen lineage have this ability to hatch dragons that is more specific to them. Yep. And that Rhaena was one of them, which is also kind of that the people of that Lords of Westeros kind of figured out, which is why everyone wanted to marry her. Like Lyman wanted her for kids, the other lords.
And she couldn't take the throne for that reason, right? Isn't that another
thing? She's too dangerous, basically.
There was like a Preston Jacobs of the queens that are left out, and it's like, why was Dreamfyre Rhaena not like let near the throne? And it was like she was too powerful, or there was something about her line. And then later on about like the why specifically Rhaenys and Corlys Velaryon don't get to come near the throne. Like there's something going on there too. But
and why ultimately Rhaenyra is also an issue. But and also like there's like because there's like this thing that is implied. I think
we're just looking past.
I think Fire and Blood also kind of implies, or at least you can read that her presence around the eggs of Jaehaerys and Alysanne led to Vermithor and Silverwing.
Yeah, absolutely. Happening.
Yeah. This is the one way I am actually kind of a little bit familiar with Dreamfyre Rhaena is the Dragon X gene videos.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. The genetics of dragons in war. I really liked that series. I thought that was one of the ones where he really hit the nail on the head. You know.
I wouldn't call it 100% sure on it, but I think it's a very interesting way to look at it.
No,
and
yeah,
there would be a very good reading of this
I think
story.
that one he was right about more than 50% or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he was not wrong about
right
half of it.
His
It was wrong about like a
stuff,
quarter.
I think he did a good job about.
There is a few times where I give him more than 50, and sometimes I don't give him anything. Sometimes where I'm like, dude, this whole
the
thing was a
Riverlands of
reach.
the Dragon. Yeah.
The what?
The Riverlands of the Dragon.
Riverlands of the Dragon
Oh,
was
yeah.
one, yeah, it did make a lot. Like Littlefinger, I gave him mad props on all the Littlefinger money tracing stuff, and then it seemed like he just like fell apart on the Littlefinger magic thing, where I was like, what?
No, he
there's a
wanted
few-
like Littlefinger to be trying to defy the gods and try to make himself appear in God's grief or something.
There's two Littlefingers that I just never really liked, and that was like Magic Finger and Marxist Finger, which was like the two versions where Littlefinger is like so conscious of like social transformation that he's like trying to transform Westeros out of feudalism using economics. And I'm like, no, he's not. Dude, he's a fucking revenge character. Read fucking the chess story. Read,
I do think he
variations like
money.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna a character from his old stories.
I'm gonna stop us hard stop because I don't want this to become us
a Littlefinger
just
stream
complaining about another. No, I don't want this to be. No, I don't care about a Littlefinger stream. But it's like judging another creator's work because I ultimately really respect Preston. But yeah, so
yeah,
and he's not here to defend himself. So I mean, you're
was shit.
I was gonna say I already said all of this in my Littlefinger series, so I'm unabashedly like
yeah, I know, but that's on your stream. So.
Okay, I respect it. I respect the hustle. Like I respect how like the effort he puts into it. I just think that that's not there, and he's just reading into it. And I appreciate it.
The stuff I feel like he nailed was Friends in the Reach. That whole thing of the connections that he
with
found.
the red wines. I'm a bit iffy on it, but
the red wines, but also the Merryweather connection.
No, yeah, the Merryweather one was a great series.
Stuff with,
he really did the homework on that one. That was a really good
and also the
Civil War,
the shoe,
yeah.
That the Miranda Roy shoe one, the Nestor Roy's finding the
Littlefinger's mistake. I think it's
Littlefinger's mistake. Yeah, that one also I think is actually really good of the idea because clearly Miranda Royce does know a lot.
Yeah,
in that of getting that way. But I want to move past and say, Preston makes a million theories, and of course, they can't all be bangers. But
yeah, he's right about at least half of it, right?
Yeah, exactly. No disrespect.
All right. Despite their troubled relationship, Rhaena had often encouraged Aerea to claim one of the dragons on Dragonstone. Near the end of 54 AC, Rhaena discovered that Aerea had fled the island on the back of Balerion the Black Dread. Oh, here we go, guys. Rhaena mounted Dreamfyre and flew to the Red Keep, convinced that Aerea had gone there, but learned otherwise when Rhaena exclaimed that Aerea had chosen Maegor's dragon, the dragon that killed her father, and wondered what sort of, quote, man-child could she be. Alysanne attempted to comfort her and told her that Aerea is just an angry little girl. Rhaena slapped her and told her to mind her own fucking bit. No, I'm kidding. Rhaena remained at court while Jaehaerys sent forth ravens across the realm in search of word for Aerea or Balerion. But after 7 days, Rhaena declared that she needed to look for Aerea herself and left on Dreamfyre to search for her daughter. I feel like I have momentum. I'm just going. I'm not giving you guys a chance. Looking for Aerea. No, I felt
Shouldn't have mentioned it.
Yep. Rhaena first traveled to Old Town in hopes her. Good job, Mark. That Aerea might have gone there to see her twin Rhaella. She was received courteously by Lord Donald Hightower and the High Septon. And was reunited with her younger daughter, but none could help her. When Rhaena told Rhaella she had regretted that she had not been a better mother, the novice Septa hugged her and said that she was grateful that Rhaena had given her the best mother any child can have, the mother above. Also, I think it's just like, hey, I haven't seen you for a while, so I've been fighting with your sister a lot. We kind of hate each other. She flew up in a dragon. She might be dead. I really wish I was there for you. And Riella's like, no, fucking fine. Like, I don't think I want to be part of that shit show.
Also, it's kind of interesting because it kind of also confirms, or it kind of makes me think that this is supposed to hint towards Aerea and Rhaena being switched at Rhaena's orders, and were like Rhaena organized it specifically for their daughters.
What's the
for her daughters?
What's the reason though? Like thematically,
unhappiness. Both of them would be unhappy in those roles.
No, I know, but what's the payoff, like storyline wise? Like, I understand, like, real world, if we're talking about these real characters having feelings, but what's the thematic payoff? Like, I don't, like, that's what the switch is missing for me. Of like,
I don't know that there is one, honestly.
And that's why it's
Fire and Blood does not always have those.
You're right.
Yeah,
it should.
I would say if there's any one thing in favor of what Andy's saying, it's that Fire and Blood is almost being like the pseudo history kind of thing. Might not need thematic payoff as much as like the main series would, but
yeah,
and it does give some.
What you're saying, Taco, where it's like it's weird to write in something and there's
then why do the body swap if you don't like? Yeah. Oh, and then this one finds out this, and then
it does give some insight into her character, though. If she wouldn't like force these roles on her kids that they would not be happy with, like that kind of.
Yeah, no, and I like that.
Or at least her mindset back then, because obviously the situation with Aerea escalated a lot because of the whole Androw episode and the fact that obviously Rhaena was traumatized by it. Well, like, let's not sugarcoat it.
We're not at the end yet, but Rhaena's had one of the most tragic and painful lives. Like, we have like literally we've been here for 3 hours. 3 hours now. And that's a Pee Wee Herman reference. But like literally, first husband died, right? And then forced to marry a second husband who was most likely extremely abusive and like held her kids captive to do it, like horrible stuff. Third husband, like a complete just loser, wet blanket, and then secretly just as horrible as the second one, and then murders half her friends. Like, and it's just literally one horrible thing after another, and her not feeling comfortable being herself because she's hiding the fact she's gay. Well, she's not hiding it well, but she you can't really do it in this culture. And then I don't know. I really feel like her life is full of just like so much tragedy that
pain and suffering. Yeah,
pain and suffering. And it's not. I don't like giving excuses for people to be bad parents or just bad people in general. Like, oh, they go through a lot of stuff. Yeah, you're right, but that gives you a reason. Like, you can't blame that. You can't say it's okay she's traumatized. So I'm not trying to give her an out, but it is definitely adds context of why she is so emotionally closed off, especially to her daughter. Like, she can't open up because she's literally just had nothing but shit her whole life. But I don't know. That's why I love Rhaena. I think honestly it's one of my favorite characters.
You could do like a whole thing around her as the main character, like as a tragic life story. Yeah. Fan fiction writers get on it.
Speaking of the length of the stream, I might need to go to bed. It is way, way past my bedtime. I don't think I've ever made it this far on a taco stream before.
Yeah, no, you did really good.
How many slides do we have left? Let me see if I can stick around.
I have after the one that I'm already halfway through, we have 2 more.
Okay, all right.
And they're shorter.
Let me see if I can pull through these last 2 slides real quick, because that outfit she's wearing is absolutely baller. I love that.
I didn't have a good art for this one, and this was her Black Bride art. So this would have been when she was marrying Maegor, but I didn't have good art for this slide. So I went back and just grabbed this because it's so gorgeous.
That's entirely fair.
Yeah,
I like it. It's a bunch of fun. I thought it was cool.
Honestly, and I don't want to tangent because you just said, but her Black Bride art is my favorite. The one I used for the thumbnail. Like, I think she looks so amazing in this. Like, this is another one that I love. But yeah. Anyways, in a 55 AC, Rhaena visited Hightower, Crake Hall, and a Castle Rock, but no trace of Aerea or Balerion. could be found anywhere. Rhaena then traveled to Fair Isle, and Franklin Farman received her coldly. Sorry, was somebody saying something? No? All right. I thought I heard somebody.
No.
Okay.
I heard someone too. So.
Yep. All right. Somebody just.
Oh, maybe I didn't. I didn't realize. Jeez.
No, it sounded like you were going to add something, but yeah, no, it's all good. Franklin Farman received her coldly, saying that if Aerea were to turn up on the island, he would, quote, see her off. This dude's such a doofus. Like, oh, if she showed up, I would tell him to leave. Yeah, on the Black Dread. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, just as he did with Rhaena. Rhaena wished Franklin luck in seeing off Balerion, stating that the dragon had enjoyed eating his brother and might now desire another course. Badass. Yeah, you're right. It's been like a half a year since he ate your brother. Maybe you should piss him off. All right. I just love
He knows what you taste like, bro.
Yeah, he likes Farmans. He specifically likes Farman human. Historians do not know where.
Sorry, are these Farmans fair trade?
Are they farm raised or
cage free?
Cage free farming. Historians did not know where Rhaena went after she left Fair Isle. She would not be seen in the remainder of the year, although there were sightings of Dreamfyre at the Barrowlands, the Fever River. I don't know where that is. The Red Mountain
North.
Dorn in the north. The Fever River.
Yeah, the Fever River leads into the neck from the Salt Spear.
Nerd. All right.
We're all nerds. Get over it.
Yeah, but when you out nerd me, like
hey,
that's the only thing Andi, like no one else does it, but Andi does it to me. Like usually I'm here, and then you're like, nerd. Get a life, nerd. Have some more kids. I don't know.
I'm the alpha nerd.
You're the alpha nerd. Flying over to the Fingers, the Mountains of the Moon, the Forest of Cape's Wrath, the Shield Isles, and the Arbor. She went everywhere, man.
Yeah.
I've been everywhere, man.
I knew it. That's why I did it. Instead of seeking the company of others, she preferred to be on her own. Gildane wonders if she was truly looking for Aerea or solitude. So sad. Near the end of 55 AC, Rhaena was finally seen again at Estermont, the home of her first favorite, Larissa Valerian, who is now a widow, and whose daughter married Lord Estermont. Who did she marry? Tarth. She married the Evening Star Tarth before, so now her kid married an Estermont. So yeah,
makes sense.
Yeah. Sorry, I just
makes sense. The daughter of Lord Tarth goes marries Lord Estermont.
Yeah, like one Stormland Island to the other Stormland Island. Rhaena lingered for a while at Greenstone Castle, seeking solace with her childhood companion. I do like that they stick around. Like she has companions, but they're not like random names. Like a lot of them come back into her life, and well, Androw kills half of them, but yeah. I just like that. All right, the last Douglas Weekly art and the most horrific. So here you guys go.
God damn.
Aerea's horrible death in 56 AC. Princess Aerea landed in the Rent Keep on Balerion, thin, fevered, and incoherent. She had been infected with insidious disease from Valyria that killed her the same day she returned. Of course, I am not going into immense detail for multiple reasons, but the main one, this isn't an Aerea Targaryen video. This is a Rhaegar Targaryen video. So that's why I summed up her horrific death. But also
her passing needs a whole video to itself.
Yeah, and it's really, and I've done that. I've done a Better For video a year ago. So I have covered that death. And, you know, you can't really do it too much. It takes a lot out of you. That one's really rough.
Yeah.
By the time the Raven carrying the news reached Greenstone, Aerea had already been cremated. When Rhaena returned to King's Landing late, she said, "It would seem that I am doomed to always come too late." She could only take possession. Fuck off. Like, it's such an emotional moment. Like her daughter died, and it's like, I missed her. I missed my daughter, and you're like, sex.
Yeah.
Oh my god. All right, thanks. We need that.
It wasn't me.
Thank you, Rust. All right. She could only take possession of her daughter's ashes. Jaehaerys offered to have Aerea's ashes interred on Dragonstone per Targaryen tradition, but Rhaena refused and said that Aerea had hated Dragonstone and, quote, wanted to fly. So Rhaena took Aerea's ashes into the sky on Dreamfyre and scattered them to the wind. Rhaena did not wish to return to Dragonstone, as if it had bitter memories and ghosts for her, nor did she want to return to Greenstone, where a kinder ghost was. King Jaehaerys offered Rhaena a place at court and even a seat on the small council. Badass. Yeah, I would have loved it. I would have loved her to sit on the small council. But she could only laugh and say that she did not care, that he would not care for her advice. She also angrily rejected Elisaine's suggestion of taking another husband and having more children, telling her, I fed my last husband to my dragon. If you make me take another, I will eat him myself. Fuck yeah.
That's like a Winston Churchill.
Dude, I fucking love that line, man. Like,
it is a pretty good clapback. And also, like, to be fair, God, total misread by Alysaine.
Yeah, dude.
She had 3 husbands, all of whom she'd had issues with.
Yeah, no.
Like Aegon was a doofus. Maegor is Maegor. And Andrew was a loser who was just her beard.
Yeah,
and then
also,
turned out to be a monster.
Never pick like the biggest incel of all time to be your beard. Like,
yeah.
No, and I've
Somebody
talked
should have
about
told the current administration.
Oh, dude, stop. So no politics flies out. As much as we can.
Hey, I didn't say which country I was talking about.
Shut the fuck up. Clearly, I was talking about Antarctica.
Yeah, the common heritage of all mankind.
Is Kurt Russell still Prime Minister of Antarctica, or is that just in my dreams?
Wait, say what again?
Is Kurt Russell still Prime Minister of Antarctica?
No, it's he's being played by Richard Dean Anderson now.
Who?
Kurt Russell.
Kurt Russell, is it being played by a different actor? Or are you just meaning the thing?
It's a Stargate joke.
Oh, okay. I thought you were making that Santa joke, and I'm like, wrong poll. What are you talking
about?
No.
Yeah,
Andy,
anyway.
do you live in the Southern Hemisphere?
No.
Dude, why did somebody say Australia earlier? I didn't think you lived in Australia.
Because I just assumed that Andy was in Australia from the
I'm in
time
Austria.
zone, I think.
God damn it.
Austria.
God damn it, you
Austria.
That's hilarious.
That makes it even
funnier,
man.
Yeah,
I haven't mixed those up in a long time, man. Holy crap.
No, I was going to ask, like, on the Southern Hemisphere, does their Santa live in Antarctica? Because, like,
no,
Santa's going that far.
No, Santa comes in riding a wave on a surfboard. That's what he does.
Well, it is cool that because, yeah, my friends who live in Australia, and I used to have a friend who lived in New Zealand, but, like, I've heard of, like, you know.
What'd you do to end that friendship?
She was a horrible person. Almost ruined.
That's what they all say.
She was horrible. We're not doing this. Ruined all of New Zealand to me. I can't watch any Lord of the Rings anymore because of it. Anyways, no, I was gonna say I love that it's a summer holiday down there, and you have like beach traditions and pool traditions. Like it's a completely different holiday.
Yeah, they do Christmas barbecues.
Oh yeah, you have Santa Claus with Coca-Cola and a surfboard on the cards. That was how it was. Christmas in Australia was definitely it's definitely
it's
like
so
that.
cool that it's like it's the same vibe. But yeah, like it's a summer holiday. But anyways, we got one side left.
Ooh.
And then I'm not gonna talk to the rest. I'm gonna go as soon as we're done. I'm gonna go finish up Death by Lightning, which by the way, go fucking watch it. And that's it. I'm not doing anything else the rest of the night. I'm watching Death.
That's the second time it's been recommended this week. So
it came out today.
Wait, what is this now?
Okay.
Death by Lightning, 4-piece miniseries on Netflix about the very short presidency and the assassination of James Garfield.
Oh wow, okay.
Dude, just the trailer looked amazing. The cast is stacked, and I'm like halfway through the 3rd episode, and there's 4 episodes, and I am fucking loving
Matthew
it.
McFadden's in it.
Matthew McFadden's playing Charles Gateau.
I'll watch anything that he does.
Dude, he's playing Charles Gateau, the guy who assassinates him.
That's
it's
awesome.
amazing.
I will have to check this out.
And then,
this sounds pretty cool.
Then freaking
is he playing it like psychological?
He's playing it like goofy, stupid psycho. Like, because I'm in politics. Like, that's how it's perfect. I love Matthew McFadden. It's weird to say that you're one of the best parts of Succession because everything is the best in Succession. Well, like, who's the best? What's the best performance in that? The answer is just yes. Like, all of them have their
entirely accurate.
Yeah, no, that show's so good. Matthew McFadden's amazing. But anyways, no, what's his name? Ron Swanson. I can't remember the actor's name.
Nick Offerman.
Nick Offerman is playing Chester Arthur, and it's
yes.
What?
Yeah, dude. Yes, go watch this show.
Genuinely, genuinely, you would not expect,
dude. It's
the
so
switch
good.
up. It's
so perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, go watch Death by Lightning.
And Nick Offerman is in The Great North, which is the show that we were recommending earlier.
True. He is Beef from The Great North. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. We ready, guys? Now that we're so close, I don't want to do it.
No.
Let's waffle on some more.
3, 3.
Oh, slow down, Taco. Slow down.
Wait.
What?
All right, now okay. 3, 3, 3, 3, 3.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. Boom.
Yeah. Boom.
All right.
Nothing. We want to go live at
the counter.
I'm already 3 seconds. My computer's time drifts, so I'm already 3 seconds off. I changed it right before we streamed, so it would be accurate, and I'm already 3 seconds off.
Damn, this daylight savings time.
No, my computer just like if I ignore it for like 2 months, I'll be like 10 minutes off. And it's funny because it messes up like StreamYard's is filming. So if I'm gonna film a short, which is under 3 minutes, I'll click start and I'll already be like whatever amount the time is off. If I'm off 2 minutes, right when I hit start, it starts at 2 minutes. So like it's weird. So I have to always go in and manually change the clock because it won't stay on the normal one. But anyways, Harrenhal. Rhaena eventually settled for Harrenhal, where she became the guest of House Towers with Maegor Towers. How hilarious is it that she hangs out with a dude named Maegor?
It's a kid, but yes.
Yeah, it's a kid. Yeah. Maegor Towers' household was so small that the castle was almost empty. So she made her residence at the Widow's Tower, which I believe got its name because of her. Am I right, Andy? Like it was
the Widow's Tower. If memory serves, that would be it.
Yeah. And eventually befriended the sickly and impoverished young Lord Maegor Towers. Hey, a Maegor she likes. I just find it so funny. Who was the last of his line when Maegor died in 61 AC. She took his small household in to her own care. So let's see. So 56 is when Aerea died. So that was 5 years later is when the young Maegor dies. Rhaena never again visited King's Landing or Dragonstone. Once a year, she would visit her daughter Septa Rhaena at the Starry Sept in Old Town, but otherwise, Rhaena, can't even say her name anymore. Rhaena remained at Harrenhal. Her hair turned white as she aged, and the small folk in the Riverlands began to fear her as a witch. Hilarious. Nevertheless, Rhaena would grant hospitality to any traveler who came to Harrenhal, though she would never sought their company. Rhaena continued to ride Dreamfyre until her death in 73 AC. Her body was cremated at Harrenhal, and King Jaehaerys ordered that her ashes be interred there as well, near where her husband Aegon died at the Battle of the God's Eye. So she was alive for 12 years there alone. So was she essentially the Lady of Harrenhal for 12 years?
Yes. Yeah. Essentially, she held Harrenhal. She was the Lady of Harrenhal.
Yeah.
Which is funny because, again, we get into parallels with other characters. We get Alice Rivers a bit in here, because Witch.
Yeah.
We get Mad Donnell, obviously.
And there is a weird thing about Targaryens loving Harrenhal. Like, it's on the show, it's Daemon, but it's not really like that so much in the book. But Aemond in the book loves Harrenhal, and he's the one who has a relationship with Alice Rivers in the book, which of course they might still do that. We don't know, but for the show. But like, there's this weird thing where Targaryens visit Harrenhal, and they're like, "Ooh,
we did this.
It's a little magic-y here." Like, yeah. Yeah. Ooh.
I mean, it's close to, the God's Eye.
Yeah.
The Owl faces.
All right. We did it, guys.
We did it.
Yeah. I need more water. My voice is definitely dead. Have you guys
like some party bursting confetti and stuff to pop on the screen right now?
Dude, and the Stannis one was longer. How crazy. The fact that when we did Stannis, it was more. Oh, yeah. And I kept telling myself, like, by the time I got, like, around to, like, here, I was like, I think I could do the rest in, like, 4 slides. And then it was like, all right, I think I can do the rest in, like, 2 more slides. Like, I was like, I tried to.
You're like George with 2 more books.
Yeah,
negotiating with yourself.
I think that's also part of the tism is I make weird challenges. Like if I'm working on something at work and I'm like listening to something like, oh, I'm gonna finish this before this song is over. Like I do that a lot. Like I make weird goals. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Oh, the symbol of Targ power. Yeah, Harrenhal is like it's weird. I normally associate it with all the first man or old godsy of it because of the weirwood trees and stuff, but like and being super close to the God's Eye. But no, it's definitely is a symbol of Targaryen power because it is the greatest council of the land that we fucking killed, yo.
Yeah, the fact that they burned it down.
Yeah. Well,
it's like that part of Hiroshima that's preserved with, like people's shadows from the atomic bomb.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's actually a really, really, really good comparison considering that there's been like the whole dragons are nukes parallel has been made in the community.
Dragons are nukes, yeah
they are.
Yeah.
And basically the quest to get dragons from Meereen is just the diffusion of nuclear weapons.
If we get off the topic of Hiroshima, I have something for me that I got specifically for succeeding. Ready?
Way to go,
dude! What's that got to do with Hiroshima?
No, because I finished it. Because I finished 19 slides.
I'm joking.
I was
trying to bring it back around.
Yeah.
We did it. We got.
I swear, you guys rip on me 13 or 14 more times, I'm out of here.
I forgot I had like really good ones that I didn't use.
You guys want to talk about like the Oklahoma City bombing or?
Oh my god!
We're getting canceled.
And with that illustrious note, I think I have to go to bed.
I'm mad I didn't use this because we were talking about all the incest.
Brother and sister?
That would have been perfect. I skipped it earlier. Oh my god!
Here I was just gonna make a joke about how looking at Harrenhal makes them feel like someone does looking at a certain wing of a certain colored house that no longer exists. I won't say which.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's a certain colored house. The
red
blue
house, right? The
blue
big
house.
blue one.
The blue house, yeah, the residence of the president of South Korea. The blue house, yeah.
This fits.
I'm your king.
Well, I didn't vote for you.
Yeah, there you go. You got it.
That fits. Are you talking about like some type of a gathering? One could say protest about there not being one of those. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right. I can't tell Russ not to go political, and then we go political at the end.
I do agree with Efren in the chat that
I'm keeping my mouth shut
would be
for
a
you.
great
Thank you.
series.
I've always wanted a long reign series that starts like the first episode is Maegor's death. Like maybe we see like a little bit of his aftermath, or just the opening scene is him dying, and then maybe we get like flashbacks for the first little bit of what he did, because it's really hard. Fire and Blood runs into itself so well that there's no good start, because there's always characters from the last arc that's still going on. So like jumping right in, like, hey, let's tell the story of Jaehaerys. All right, where do you start that? Because Rhaena's going to be a major character for the first 5 seasons, and she like all of her life is still tied in with the death of Aegon the Uncrowned and with her involvement with Maegor. So like, where do you start any story? Because
what we need is a really competently done anime that just covers the entirety of Targaryen history. Like that would be the way to go about it.
Maybe after they finish the Aegon the Conqueror movie, they can do like a Maegor series, and she could be in that, and then they could have the follow-up series to that. Like take them basically to the beginning of Hot D.
Hot take. I want an Aegon the Third Regency fucking show.
Well, yeah. Do they do that? That's like what? Like, where do they cut off Fire and Blood or House of the Dragon? Like, do you do Aegon the Third Regency, or do you?
They've only got a few episodes left, so they're going to be cutting early.
A few seasons left.
Well, they've got like 8 episode seasons, though, right? I think that's confirmed. It's like shockingly too few. It's like so few that I'm worried about how they wrap it up.
Yeah, but they can do like 2-hour episodes if they want, and they do that sometimes.
Right.
That'd be ideal. That'd be great if they were just like, oh, you only given us this many episodes? Well, now they're all double length. Take that.
Yeah.
Or at least, ruin the show, or at least part of them. That's,
okay.
Yeah.
I agree with Random. I want to get out of here.
I got pulled the ripcord.
We are pushing 4, though. This is impressive. I'm amazed that I've.
Do we want to go to 4?
So.
4 hours?
Well, thank you for hosting us. This is
wait. I got something for how you're feeling right now.
Feeling woozy, yeah.
All right.
What movie was that? I recognize. Oh, yeah, fuck, I forgot the name. Sorry, my bad. I was blanking on it like an idiot.
Matthew Lillard. It's my spirit animal.
Bob Laser, 4 more hours. No, I'm not even going to be able to sleep 4 hours before I got to get up. So,
all right, let's get out of here. Thank you guys for watching. Click like if you didn't like. I don't know how many likes I got, but I don't think it's as many viewers as we had. So get on it. And I'm gonna look right now. 19 likes. Oh, no, we did good. Thank you guys so much for watching. You guys made it this far. You heard my rambling voice read 19 slides. I don't know what it is. Is it just because it's late in the day? But like, I really struggled with that even more than I normally do, and I normally struggle. Why did I make reading my hobby? I'm blind. What the fuck? Like I constantly do. No, all right. Then you guys can leave, but I have to say this. I got this comment where this dude accused me of not writing my own slides. And he goes, well, maybe you wouldn't struggle so much if you knew what you're like going to read first, because you don't write those. And it's like, well, sure, a lot of it, like I'm taking right off the book or right off of other places, but like I do write them. And I just had to say, like, no, I'm that bad of a reader. Like, I go through all of it. I just read so bad that it's like, clearly this dude's never looked at this shit. But it's like, no, like, I read them first. I don't, like, rehearse or anything, but, like, I know every word. And sometimes
you put typos in there, so obviously you do.
Like, there's a lot of
typos. I mean, for all you know, it was just an AI chatbot trying to troll you. So
I think my channel's big enough for AI chatbots. I hope they get that big one day. But
all right, I gotta go.
Well, thank you for hosting us, Taco. This has been a good time.
It has been nice. Sorry for being late.
No, it's all good, and thank you, everybody.
You should be on.
Does anyone have anything they want to pitch before you guys get out of here? Anything?
I will hopefully maybe this week finish up doing a little video.
And waiting.
It's been a slog. It's been a struggle to get it out there, but there will be a taco shout out in that video. So
I'm excited.
you guys will have to watch it. So,
all right.
And I just wanted to mention, this has nothing to do with me, but Nathan Fillion and Alan Tudyk are starting a podcast called Once We Were Spacemen.
Oh my god!
Focusing on Firefly.
Damn.
So, yeah.
I did hear about this.
I'm gonna have to look into that.
Gonna have to watch that.
Yeah.
Michael,
I'm getting back into podcasts just for this.
Michael, you got anything you're gonna talk about in the future?
I got a video that I'm probably gonna get one out this weekend, but I have a couple videos out recently that are doing pretty well. So if you haven't seen them, go check them out.
I have.
Yeah.
And then my tie-in of the Tower video that is 51 minutes is this Saturday. Watch that. And then next week is my Maester week, I believe. Or that's in 2 weeks, where I'm covering 3 Maesters at once. I think that's
Masturbation?
Yeah, masturbation. I'll be doing some masturbation. Nice. All right. Unless anyone has anything else, we can.
Maester, I barely know her. All right.
Thank you.
Actually, pretty funny. Is it Maester a donkey? All right. Peace.
Good night, everyone. Good night.